Look at the air. Look at the hang time.
People always debated, who's the greatest player of all time? Dumb question. It should be, who's the greatest team of all time?
WGAG Radio.
Sorry, Showtime.
WGAG Radio.
Back to back.
WGAG Radio.
First three-peat.
WGAG Radio.
Even with the flu.
WGAG Radio.
No push-off. WGAG Radio. And my favorite. Radio. Tough to beat that. What? You think there's someone else? Prove it.
Look at the air. Look at the hang time.
May I, please? Yes, you may.
What's
Born
up,
Sue, can I get a mic check?
Everybody?
Hey, honey, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm ready for this, man. Let's go.
You ready for this? I'm ready for this too. Let's get it popping. See what we do around this motherfucker. Say what?
I want to say hi to ISIS.
Man, you can say that on Facebook, nigga. This ain't even the time or the place
Hey,
to be
what's up,
speaking to motherfuckers. This take up airtime.
That's right.
Let's go.
Don't it? It take up airtime like a motherfucker, man. God damn. Let's go. Shit.
Got a
Just say what up,
destination to
peace
get
to
to.
everybody and be done with the shit. Come on in, Fireline. Let's give me a mic check.
Mic check, Don. Mic check.
Yeah, baby. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good. I just wanted to add, because if you need me to read, because this is my shit right here, let me know.
Okay, Doobie. Certainly. Fireline said, this her shit right here. She had to put that shit on record. This my shit. This my shit, bitch, yo. You already know.
Liberation.
Firine's like, you already know what time it is. I want to give a special shout out to Queen Vita, man. The link for the 9-ball brothers and sisters, pit bulls and cats, lions, chickens, and dogs is on the description. So you'll be able to access the link to the 9-ball. You know what I'm saying? Not the show, but the book itself, the booklet. All right? Special shout out to Queen Vita for that. So that way don't be fucking with her. She said it's already on the marquee. All right? Okay. Y'all ready? Let's get into the 9-ball. The introduction to 9, we about to get into it. Let's take our time on this shit. We got all the Thursdays in the world to pull this one off. The introduction to 9, the purpose of the booklet known as the 9-ball is liberation information for woolly-haired people called niggers. We, the scientists of the nigger race, know that whatever nigger do for successful liberation must be done intelligently, meaning the steps we take must be reasonable and practical. That's going to take a minute. Should I read it like I'm in college? The purpose of the 9-ball is liberation information for woolly-haired people called the Ethiopian race, Ethiopian. Okay. We, the scientists of the Ethiopian race, know that we, the scientists, we meaning maybe 3 of us that's in attendance today, we, the scientists, know that whatever niggas do for successful liberation, listen, it must be done intelligently, meaning the steps we take must be reasonable and practical. For successful liberation. Reasonable and practical. 2, all people with genuinely woolly hair by nature are in the Ethiopian race. And the Ethiopian race everywhere is the being we are most concerned about. All right, everywhere. That's all over the planet. Naturally, genuinely by their woolly hair. This is for them tonight. Caucasians, please leave. Go to your doghouse. Okay? It's not for you tonight. All right? These are the beings we are most concerned about. Not only because we are part of the Ethiopian race, but also because we find our race in the lowest position of all the races. And this is because our race has the least correct information, Blazing B. This is because our race has the least correct information, which is another way of saying the least correct knowledge. That's why we find our race in the lowest position of all the other races. Okay? 3, we Ethiopian scientists, that means that's about 3 of us, only 3 of us probably in attendance today. We Ethiopian scientists know that a person or race's physical position among others, we know this as scientists, indicate his or its mental position among others. Let's rewind that back. We Ethiopian scientists know that a person or race physical position among others indicate his or its mental position among others. We scientists know a person or person's race or a race of people, physical position among other races indicate his or its mental position among others. Did y'all get that? Y'all get that?
Yeah.
You got that, Blacksmith? You got that shouting? Oh, you understand that, right? Yes, absolutely. Therefore, since our race holds the lowest position of the races on orb or earth, this means that our mental position is lowest. And until our mental position rises, we as a race cannot raise our physical status. Again, the mental position has to rise. It can't rise unless we raise our mental position. Our physical status cannot rise unless you raise your mental position. The elevator of our mental status is non-knowledge. That is the elevator of our mental status is non-knowledge. And the non-knowledge needed at this time is liberation information. For Ethiopians are now in captivity, mentally and physically, to alien forces and adverse forces. Notice it's alien forces and adverse forces.
Yes.
That's a little too heavy right there. I think only 3 out of 5 people caught that. Okay. All right. So, okay. Y'all, number 4, the booklets called The Nine-Ball will present the highest quality of reason. The highest quality of reason. And thereby, the highest form of knowledge by nature available to woolly-haired people on orb Earth at this time for liberation purposes. All right. The highest quality of reasoning in existence is non-reason. And the highest form of knowledge is nine-knowledge, the offspring of non-reason. Nine-knowledge is the offspring of nine-reason. 9 in anything is the highest, for there is no digit higher than 9. 9 is the origin of the Ethiopian race, and 9 is the sons of the universes, including the sun of our solar system. The only way one can tap the living mind of nature is with 9 reason. The only way one can tap the living mind of nature is with 9 reason. 5, let's take it slow. Too much stress has been put on the physical by Ethiopian organizations and not nearly enough on the mental is why we have not progressed properly toward liberation. For real liberation is mental as well as physical separation from adverse forces. And the mental separation comes first. Mental separation comes first. Then physical separation from adverse forces comes second. There is no such thing as a successful physical liberation without first having a what? Mental liberation. When we achieve mental liberation, then physical liberation will come natural. When we achieve mental liberation, then physical liberation will come natural. In the rate of the Ethiopians make effort in accord with 9 knowledge, that is, liberation information. Number 6, the Ethiopian race is confined in a prison of alien culture and buried in a grave of adverse ignorance. Let's rewind that. Ethiopian race is confined in a prison of alien, buried in the grave of adverse ignorance. And this alone is enough to keep woolly-haired people in captivity to enemy forces. So, of course, the booklet entitled The 9 Ball are designed to help destroy the mental grave and prison limitations on the mind of Ethiopians that we will liberate from those who would keep us captive. We will liberate from those who keep us captive. The mental process is the road to liberation. And that mental process may scientifically be called what? Mental liberation. So now we got to ask people about what liberation are they talking about, because it's mental first. And that's the purpose of these booklets. 7, we Ethiopian scientists do not expect, again, now we, the scientists now, we don't expect all nappy-headed motherfuckers to be receptive to 9 reason and 9 knowledge. We scientists do not expect all woolly-haired people to be receptive to 9 reason and 9 knowledge. We, the scientists, understand that. It will take time for some to understand, and there are others who will neither understand nor care. But those among us who are intelligent by nature will understand, accept, and adhere. These are the ones we are searching for. For these are the survival and the future of the Ethiopian race. No one can make another intelligent. A person must be born intelligent. And the intelligent among us are the only ones who can liberate self. Basically, if you are born with intelligence, only you can liberate yourself because you are intelligent enough to do it.
That's right.
So whether you put on a shirt that says liberation, that doesn't mean anything. Intelligence, you have to be born with it. That's powerful. No one can liberate a person. A person must liberate self by understanding, accepting, and following liberation knowledge. 8, mental liberation. Knowledge informs us that before woolly-haired people were called Negroes by Caucasians. Let me rewind it. Mental liberation knowledge informs us that before woolly-haired people were called Negroes by Caucasians, we were called Ethiopians. And before we were known as Ethiopians by the Greeks, because the Greeks called us Ethiopian, that's a Greek word. We were called Nubans by the ancients. The words Ethiopian and Nuban are the same in meaning. They both mean ether, the life-giving, light-giving, burning energies that the sun produces, called prominences and sunshine. The Caucasian, the white man and woman, never taught black people that sunshine is ether. Because if they had, some of us would have been able to reason out our origin many years ago. But one of Caucasian purposes is to keep Ethiopians ignorant so we can't be used against ourselves, so we can be used against ourselves for Caucasian benefit and well-being. One of Caucasians' purposes is to keep Ethiopians ignorant so we can be used against ourselves for Caucasian benefit and well-being. 9, remember, when we say Ethiopian, we are not referring only to woolly-haired people born in the state of Africa known as Ethiopia, but woolly-haired people wherever they are, namely all people in the Ethiopian race. The root of the word Ethiopian is the word ether, and it means our origin is the sun, because the sun is 9, and 9 ether sun produces the Ethiopian race. The Nubans, let's go to 11, page 8 blurred out. The blackness that the Caucasian gets by basking in the sun is temporary. For as soon as he or she quits basking, that person starts getting paler. But it is different with the Ethiopian. Our blackness is inherent from the sun. That is, our being the sun's original offspring. He empowered us Ethiopians with the same powers that he has. The power to be black and produce black offspring. In other words, our skin is black because the sun, we Ethiopians, have in our reproductive system and marrow of our bones what called sun heat genes. We have sun heat genes. And these sun heat genes become part of the blood and they emanate outward to the skin. And our sun heat genes burn the skin black. The more sun heat genes one has, the blacker that person will be. Therefore, being black is being superior in color because the suns of the universes are jet black and they are superior to all other universal bodies. Hence, black is not only beautiful, but also the best and purest of the colors. 12. The sun is male and Mother Earth is female. The sun gives off ether in the form of what is called prominences. The sun has antenna called granulation. And Ethiopians' woolly hair looks like that granulation. So our woolly hair may be correctly be called granulation, using an English expression. If one puts a straight strand of hair closer and closer to a fire, that strand of hair will granulate. That is, ball up because of the potency of the heat. The Ethiopian carries his and her sun within, and we appeared on the planet Earth at a time when no other race could survive in the Earth's atmosphere. Because just after creation, the atmosphere was too dense and potent for the weakness of human beings called mankind. Mankind is all peoples with straight hair by nature. The Ethiopian became identified with mankind down through evolution. 13. Moreover, the sun heat genes in those who had to live in the Earth's original atmosphere had to be much stronger than those of mankind who came much later. In other words, the sun heat genes in the African pygmies were so dense and potent in their bone marrow and reproductive system, they turned the hair kinky, as fire does to a straight strand of hair. Hence, woolly hair is superior to straight hair, as the suns are superior to other universal bodies. Woolly hair by nature assures the Ethiopian that he and she are the originals on the planet, thereby the original personifications of the suns. We bigger Ethiopians evolved from the smaller Ethiopian, now called the African pygmy, who live in the equatorial Africa. 14. We reiterate the only people who could survive in the Earth's original dense and hot atmosphere just after the fiery creation were those who had sun heat genes within, so strong that they would kink the hair. And those people were our ancestors, the African pygmies. Black skin is sun skin, and woolly hair is sun hair. The sun is 9, and 9 is the ball, which may conveniently be drawn as the circle. In ancient times, the African pygmy was called Ta and worshipped as the personification of the original creator. The pygmies are from the sun, and we are from the pygmies. And this means we bigger Ethiopians are the sun too. We are evolutionary Ta. Mother Earth gave birth to our ancestors, the African pygmies, from the source of the Nile on the equator in Africa. The eggs of Mother Earth in the source of the Nile River was impregnated by 9 ether rays from Father Sun, the 9 power. Like the sun, woolly hair symbolizes potency, life, originality. The Ethiopian is the only one of the races who grows his and her crown by nature. Woolly hair stands up like a crown, and this makes the Ethiopian the natural king and queen of the universes by nature. This is a brief introduction to 9, Ethiopian, and 9 is your own woolly hair self. This is the introduction to the 9 body. Anybody would like to say anything in regards to what was just spoken of?
No one can give you liberation. No one can give you liberation. You can't ask for liberation, and no one can grant it to you. That's significant.
C.I.A said more science in that intro than in most textbooks. That's just the introduction.
Absolutely.
Shouted. That's just the intro, motherfucker. It came out hard, right?
Talking about the density of your bone marrow and your reproduction system, and therefore that's why the hair kinks. That's strong right there.
Sun heat genes.
Yeah.
Hey, Don.
Yes,
Also, you can see that some people don't carry the sun or soul within, and therefore their hair lay flat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Come on in, Chaos Rod. Give me a mic check.
Hey, doing? Good evening.
Hey, King. How you doing, baby?
All right. Hey, well, one question. If you are going back to the 9 ball again, besides listening back in February, the first time. My question is, what is the term or definition of why the word or the number used 9 in regards to making the book called the 9 ball? What's the significance of the 9? That's my one question.
We're going to get into that. The book will explain the number 9. 9 being the highest anyway. You know that, right? 9 is the highest.
Yeah,
and also, if you happen to be out and about, find you a bitch with a perm or who hair is straight, a black girl, and take a strand of her hair, right? And put a flame to it. It'll curl up to the number 9. And so is your ear. Is in the form of the number 9. If you look at your ear, you'll see the number 9. And according to a perfection or perfect pregnancy, is 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. Yeah, yeah. And some women don't get to 9 months. So I always wondered, is the pregnancy ever completed, or was it imperfect once it comes out of that stage?
Absolutely.
I must have felt unfortunate.
Yeah, but 9 is the highest number, sweetheart. And there's a lot of science with the number 9. Because if your adverse force is the number 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of 9 is 6.
Yeah, you can flip it around. Yeah.
Right. And our hair follicles comes out to the number 9. It comes out of our scalp to form a 9, a curl. Their hair follicle is inside. Their 6 is inside the head, the curl of the 6, and it comes out flank, straight. Flank is dead. Thus, they are the opposite. By nature, they are our equal opposite, even in physical and mental. That's why they're number 6, and our number is 9.
The jealousy of no will make enough race mad.
Huh?
The jealousy of no, so they can never reach that 9. They're always gonna be 6, so they always have to pre the number 6, because that's as far as they're gonna take it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the purpose of mixing in, because they want to become non-ether. Okay, we got some background noise, so y'all got to mute your backgrounds. Y'all ready? Anybody else want in before we move forward to 9 reason? Push 1 or forever pick your granulated scalp. All right, let's go. 15, B, 9 reason. Show us a person or race who has lost his or its ability to reason soundly, and we will show you a person or race in degradation as compared to the highest standards of nature. Show us a person or race who has lost his or its ability to reason soundly, and we will show you a person or race in degradation as compared to the highest standards of nature. There are 7 senses: seeing, feeling, tasting, hearing, smelling, thinking, and reasoning. Okay, hold on, I gotta mute some backgrounds. Okay. King, it was your loud background. Okay, how many senses are there? 7. Seeing, feeling, tasting, hearing, smelling, thinking, and reasoning. 7. What divides the animal world from the world of Ta, the Ethiopian race, is the woolly-haired person's capability to reason soundly. When that person is in his right mind, that is, when the Ethiopian is in his and her own knowledge and own cycle. What divides the animal world from the world of Ta, the Ethiopian race, is the woolly-haired person's capability to reason soundly when that person is in his right mind. That is, when the Ethiopian is in his right or in his own knowledge and own cycle. The highest form of reason is non-reason. 16. Mankind and all other animals can exercise the first 6 senses, but only mankind versus kind, is capable of experiencing 9 reason, the 7th sense, because they only got 6 senses. They go from seeing, feeling, tasting, hearing, smelling, and thinking. But they don't get to the 7th sense, reasoning. Kind is capable of experiencing 9 reason, the 7th sense. Mankind has the capability to do heavy thinking, but non-reasoning is above the level of mankind's mentality. And this is why mankind admires and worships all intelligent levels 7 and above. This is why mankind admires and worships all intelligent levels 7 and above. Mankind intelligence stop at 6 because the mentality of the animal world ranges from 0 to 6. Mankind is the head and king of the animal world. The animal world is the zodiac in flesh and blood. The word zodiac means existence and unity of animals. The word zodiac means existence and unity of animals. Anybody want to say something on that? Keep it going. Okay. 17. Thinking is the straight line mental process of the chemicals of the brain. Let's do it again. Thinking is the straight line mental process of the chemicals of the brain matter, whereas reasoning is the circle mental process of the chemicals of brain matter. Thinking is straight line mental process of the chemicals of brain matter. Reasoning is the circle mental process of the chemicals of brain matter. Now, the straight line mental process is mental exercise based on a higher percentage of negative brain matter than positive. The straight line mental process is mental exercise based on a higher percentage of negative brain matter than positive. And the circle mental process is mental exercise based on a higher percentage of positive brain matter than negative. That's strong, ain't it?
Very.
Reasoning employs the natural ability to determine what is right or wrong. Reasoning, that's the first thing you're supposed to do. Reasoning employs the natural ability to determine what is right or wrong, what is true or false by the nature of nature. Now, thinking is the exercise of brain matter in mental death. Thinking is the exercise of brain matter in mental death. And reasoning is the exercise of brain matter in mental life. When more negative brain matter is active than positive brain matter, the mind is mentally dead. And when the reverse exists, the mind is mentally alive.
Okay, can you Can you stop there, Don?
Yeah.
Give me an example of negative brain matter.
Negative brain matter, of course, the straight line, the thinking process, the straight line mental process.
Yeah.
I can't give you an example. I have to give you an experience.
Okay.
Someone that thinks they gonna hit the number. That's a straight line thinking. And don't hit. The very beginning of the booklet, everything has to be practical for success. Know whatever Ethiopians do for successful liberation must be done intelligently, meaning the steps we take must be reasonable and practical. So, someone thinking in a straight line, thinking that this is their thoughts and this is what they need to do, and it backfires. It actually creates a death of the next action of their life. Then someone, because it's negative brain matter. When you're thinking, it is negative brain matter. That is more so at play than anything, than reasoning. Because the person with the circle matter, what page are we on? The person with the circular process, the reasoning, the circle mental process, everything, they have to reason first. They have to know the difference between that which is good, that which is false, that which is real, that which is not. That's the big difference. They don't be thinking that shit. They reason out. That's your circle mental process, because they're filtering through the negative to access the positive outcome with the circle mental process. In other words, they did a complete 360 complete reasoning all the way through before they even act on anything. When a person thinks about something, they just jump and do it without reasoning. But, to go through a circle mental process, you covered 360 angles of a situation, 360 sides. And to see whether or not it is a good thing to do or not a good thing to do. Also, another example is the white man with his little stupid ass fucking ideas on laws and all that other stupid shit. It makes no fucking sense. Their policies in school, their work policies at the jobs, you'd be like, you got to be fucking stupid to think like this. It doesn't make sense. That's why it creates a whole negative fucking world that we live in. Hey, Balat Illy.
Okay.
Makes no sense.
So the person who is the negative brain, who's thinking on the negative level, would think, based on your example, the numbers, to hit the number, they would think that they would have the lucky number, regardless of the odds against them. But the person who's on the positive mental brain thinking is going to look at all the different variables on whether or not they could possibly hit that number.
Yeah, in a sense, because reasoning employs the natural ability to determine what is right or wrong, what is true or false by the nature of nature. So technically, a person who has a circle mental process like myself, I didn't play the fucking number. I owned the lottery, had the machine myself, so I won every time. Someone with the straight line mental process stands in line and plays the fucking number and still walk out empty-handed. other than the owner who owns the lottery machine is using reasoning, they're going to win every time.
So everything they come at, no matter what the problem is, they always come at it from a negative point because it's in their nature. They can't even help it. Even when they're trying to do good, it always ends up bad.
Yeah, because they're thinking.
Right.
Yeah. They're not reasoning.
That explains a whole lot, Dawn. That explains a whole lot. Whole lot. They can't help themselves.
You know, it's technically the average person spends more than $1,000 a year on lottery. The person that plays every day spends more than $1,000 on lottery numbers. Do you know that just in the state of Georgia alone, all it takes is $1,000 to own that machine? See, they don't know. All it takes is you having a business license and $1,000 fucking dollars will get you a lottery machine. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, thank you.
But there we go. That's people don't reason. Again, what he say? When more negative brain matter is active than positive brain matter, the mind is mentally dead. And when the reverse exists, the mind is mentally alive. So in other words, we would still have both of that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we think and sometimes we reasoning. So we're still accessing either negative brain matter or positive brain matter, depending on the person, but we all have done it. 18, reason is thinking above the animal level. Reasoning is thinking above the animal level. That means going past your sixth sense, which is thinking. Non-reason is the highest form of mental process. Non-reason is the mind of the original creator, the true stars, the suns. Non-reason is the elevator of Ethiopian minds. And non-knowledge, the knowledge that non-reasons produces, is the liberator of our minds, and vice versa. A person sees, hears, feels, tastes, and smells with his or her mind via the nerve system, which is the network and tentacles of the brain. When the Ethiopian race lost its ability to reason soundly by way of the evolutionary forces, servitude was inevitable. Leviathan, the zodiac, is the evolutionary forces. When the Ethiopian race lost its ability to reason soundly by way of the evolutionary forces, servitude was inevitable. That's strong, ain't it? That's some strong shit.
It is.
Servitude was inevitable.
It is. That's strong.
Yeah, because the story of slavery, Balette, is like, I'll give you this if you give me some of your niggas. Whatever, ain't that how the story went? Like in one of those little episodes, I give you these 2 nickels if you give me a whole bunch of your people.
Right.
And,
no reason.
Yeah, that's how not bad. Didn't even reason about it. Wait a minute, you asking me for my people? I don't know what the fuck these 2 coins gonna do. But it explains it all. Just lost it. But servitude was inevitable. And I didn't even think of on the slavery when that shit popped up. I just thought about my own personal life. When I lost the ability to reason, servitude was inevitable. I just think about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because prior to that, you know what we say. Ain't nobody finna get this. Shit. Motherfucker, I'm a G.
That's right.
Yeah, servitude was inevitable. I was thinking about myself. 19. Ethiopians, our ability to reason soundly, called non-reason, has returned. And non-reason is the emancipator because it determines for us what is right or wrong, true or false. You hear this shit? Don't it always? Y'all know I got my non-reason all. Every time I say some shit in the fucking news, it's some bullshit. God damn it, motherfuckers come back saying, "Don, you was right. That's some bullshit." I know the difference. I know the difference, goddamn it. You know I fucking know. That's false than a motherfucker, son. Don't make no goddamn sense they was thinking. Man, non-reason is straight sound. When that nigga say sound, that means it's unshakable. So when these motherfuckers pull out they tricks and illusions and scams and cons, only a non-ether reasonable, sound reason ass motherfucker like myself can say, look, it's a lie. It's not real. It's not. You see it. That's what he's talking about. Our ability to reason soundly, called non-reason, has returned. Yes, it has. And non-reason is the emancipator, because it determines for us what is right or wrong, true or false, and thereby provides the correct information necessary for our liberation guidance. Takes us right back to the top. Alien, what he called it, adverse culture.
Forces.
Alien forces and adverse.
Mm-hmm.
But he said something about alien culture too.
Yes, alien culture.
No, not alien culture. What he called it?
He said alien forces.
Forces.
Let me grab two booklets.
And adverse forces living in an alien culture.
Living in an alien culture. Anytime them aliens is running they fucking mouth, you better fucking reason and say that's bullshit. It doesn't apply to you. That's just common fucking sense right there. Like see, another sense. Common. Like, yo, you gonna believe them motherfuckers? Shit.
But it made perfect sense to them because they only go to the thinking level.
Absolutely.
They can't,
and because the Ethiopians have
level.
lost their ability to reason soundly, it puts that ass in servitude. Every time CNN runs they fucking mouth for the president or some fuck nigga in their school, superintendent, principal, all that stupid shit. No reason. They can't reason soundly. Pastors and shit, all the motherfuckers. Okay. Woo. Only those who can reason ninely, new word, my niggas, ninely. Ask me how I'm doing. Ninely. I'm just ninely, darling, ninely. Only those who can reason ninely and those who can overstand and follow non-reasoning will survive World War III and be the future of the Ethiopian race. Because only those who can reason ninely or follow non-reasoning are intelligent enough to do what is necessary for survival. Non-reason is the Ethiopian in his or her right mind. Anybody would like to say anything before we move on to C9 knowledge? We can go back. We got all Thursdays. Let me check on King. King, you want to add anything, sweetheart?
Well, you know, the only thing I want to add on is always it comes back to reasoning. It's always such a difficult task for our people. On anything, at times when you try, even even with let's say the West Indian thing, and we dialogue, or even my people we dialogue. We always we say, let me hold a reason. No one ever asks why we always refer to it, because we want a reason about things. We never say we want to hold a conversation. We always say, let me hold a reason. We gotta build on our reason. You know, it makes you think deep. Say, you know, really, how deep am I reasoning? You know what I'm saying? After hearing this, and it's actually more reasoning, because I don't do it much. You know, 'cause I take things very lightly. But you know, the way how you break down the definition of the reasoning, what some people don't do much often, it brings a different whole light over the thing. You know, that's what I'm going to show you.
Absolutely, because you know, thinking is 6 ether, reasoning is 9 ether. That's why that's why Mr. Mr. Animal King, you know, he always liked to, you know, show off that thinking statue. You know what I'm talking about? The thinker.
Oh.
Yeah, that little statue, that man sitting down. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean that so-called little fag statue, that Greek statue where you put
the thinker. Yeah.
What, it's called the thinker?
Yeah, well, I call it the thinker, but you know the one with his hand on the chin, Blacksmith, that one.
It's called the thinker. That's the name of the statue.
Yeah, yeah, because they can't go no higher. That's why they the king of the animal kingdom. They go to 6. Yeah, they even scientifically researching cats now. And they noticed that, what did they say about the chimpanzee? The age of a chimpanzee is what age unto a human? 6 years old? I think they said 6. And so are the cats now. They did some scientific experiments on cats and said cats' mind is at a 6. See, they're the animals. They can't go higher. Yeah. You researching cats too, Blazing? Okay, good. All right, got some noise background. I'm going to check on you again, King, in a minute, okay, Sugar Pie? All right, C, 9, knowledge. Knowledge is knowing. Knowledge is scientific information. 9, knowledge is correct scientific information. By scientific information, we mean knowledge proven by 9 reason, not by a bunch of other motherfuckers who went to school. By scientific information, we mean knowledge proven by 9 reason, experience or evidence, or any combination of these 3 factors. Knowledge proven by 9 reason, or experience or evidence, or any combination of these 3 factors. By scientific knowledge, we mean information proven to, By scientific knowledge, we mean information proven and organized in such sequence as to put the mind in proper order. By scientific knowledge, we mean information proven and organized in such sequence as to put the mind in proper order. 9, knowledge is the best information attainable in the universes. 9, knowledge is the leader and liberator and elevator of the Ethiopian race, all woolly-haired people who have the ability to understand 9 knowledge and adhere to it. It's the elevator. 21. 9 knowledge is Ethiopian knowledge by nature, composed and disclosed by Ethiopians, that is, woolly-haired people. One of the major enemies of the Ethiopian race, one of the major enemies of the Ethiopian race is ignorance. That's one of your enemies. The words, check this too, Cain, C-A-I-N, and Negro spell the word ignorance. Did you know that? The word ignorance have Cain and Negro in that motherfucker. Because Cain, which is short for Caucasian, the white man, produced ignorance and created the mental dependent called Negro. Because Cain, which is short for Caucasian, the white man, produced ignorance and created the mental dependent called Negro. The mental dependent called Negro. The enemy of an intelligent mind is ignorance. The enemy of an intelligent mind is ignorance. Therefore, nine knowledge provides the mental strength necessary to fight off this natural foe and help prepare a protective defense against it. Nine knowledge provides the mental strength necessary to fight off this natural foe and help prepare a protective defense against it. The enemy of an intelligent mind is ignorance. Universal and natural knowledge, to be known as nine knowledge, is the resurrector of the mental dead called Negroes. Universal and natural knowledge, to be known as nine knowledge, is the resurrector of the mental dead called Negroes. 22. Nine knowledge deals in origins because origins are the beginnings of beings, and in beginnings are found the true nature of all beings. Nine knowledge now deals in origins. Always got to go to the origin of a word, an origin of a place, person, or thing. You always have to go to the origin. Their definitions won't give you the origin of the word, where it comes from. What language was it? So we always go to the origin. Nine knowledge deals in origins because origins are the beginnings of beings, and in beginnings are found the true nature of all beings. One does not really know a person, place, or thing until he knows the true nature of that person, place, or thing. Knowing and disclosing the true nature of persons, places, and things are nine knowledge, the Ethiopians' universal science. Knowing and disclosing the true nature of persons, places, and things are nine knowledge, the Ethiopians' universal science. It is vital to Ethiopian survival and well-being that we know and identify ourselves, know and identify others, including our enemies, know and identify our surroundings and everything affecting our present and future. This booklet, entitled The Nine Ball, will provide us with this survival and liberation information. I'll stop there. Anybody want to say something? No? King? Mic check. You want to say something?
You might repeat that last sentence, if possible, because
Okay. It is vital to Ethiopian survival and well-being that we know and identify ourselves, know and identify others, including our enemies. Notice he said know and identify others, and including our enemies.
And
so you already know to identify. See, he separated others, even the other woolly-haired motherfuckers. Know and identify others, including our enemies. Know and identify our surroundings and everything affecting our present and future. Know and identify. You want to say anything now, King?
Well, and this is one of the biggest problems for a mentally spiritual dead people, that they still don't know the enemy because they think everything's cool and peachy and we all one. Because, it's easy, black people can identify as themselves as enemies. But when we talk about the actual enemy, it becomes a bigger problem. So, in my thinking, I think some of my people know even what they call woolly head people are enemies to each other, and our people can identify it naturally or what they come to. But when we talk about, identify all enemies, including this enemy, to not even take lightly, it becomes a big issue. Sometimes some people say, "Oh, you're racist," or all these stupid shit.
Well, probably in your world, but in my world, my enemy look like me. And so when I say a nigga is my enemy, then they start calling me out names. Or like, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? How you know what I'm saying? What, you don't like your own race? You know what I'm saying? I'm a racist in my race, and you're called a racist to other race. But I can just identify. I know and identify others, including my enemies. And my enemies might just be my twin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My enemy may just be my mother. I don't sleep with dogs. I don't even have one in my house. I don't even work with any. I don't sup with none. So they cannot be my enemy unless I bring them close. But the Caucasian race is not my enemy personal. They're not even my enemy general. It's the motherfuckers that are in me is my enemy. That's next to me, near me. A white person walking their dog down the street is certainly not my enemy. But I have identified and see them and know them, that because they think and don't reason, that it would be an enemy. Anybody that does not reason soundly will become your enemy. So because they are genetically having 6 senses and not 7 or more, that's automatically that they will do harm to you regardless. But black people who lost the ability to reason soundly is your enemy. What do you say? An intelligent person's enemy is ignorance. I just don't fuck with ignorant people, whether they yellow, pink, purple, black, or fucking white. That would be my enemy. Someone that is not intelligent. Everybody that stabbed me in the back was thinking too fucking much. Everybody that betrayed me was thinking too fucking much. Everybody that slandered me was thinking too fucking much. If that makes sense, because that's fucking truth.
Well, you can carry on. I'm listening.
Well, thank you for giving me permission, darling.
Yep.
I miss hearing you say that, King. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. All right. Where we at? 23. Are we at 23? Nope. Yep. Knowledge is correct information. Knowledge is correct information. Wisdom is knowing how, where, and when to use knowledge. You see that? Knowledge is correct information. Wisdom is knowing how, where, and when to use knowledge. That's wisdom. This is why I don't publicly go out there like this. You got to know when to use knowledge instead of screaming all out in front of a fucking goddamn sidewalk in a busy downtown area or bothering motherfuckers. You just got to know when to use it. That's the wisdom. Wisdom is knowing how, where, and when to use knowledge. Therefore, it is the correct use of knowledge, and overstanding is the receiving of knowledge via the senses and is the unity of knowledge and wisdom. Let's slow it down. Knowledge is correct information. Wisdom is knowing how, where, and when to use knowledge. Therefore, it is the correct use of knowledge, and understanding is the receiving of knowledge via the senses. Got it. The correct use of knowledge. Wisdom is the correct use of knowledge. And overstanding is the receiving of knowledge via the senses and is the unity of knowledge and wisdom. Overstanding is the unity of knowledge and wisdom. Hence, knowledge, wisdom, and overstanding are our road to liberation. Knowledge, wisdom, and overstanding are the definition to the Ethiopian universal science, Nuwapu. Knowledge, wisdom, and overstanding are the definition of the Ethiopian universal science, Nuwapu. Another word that'll come up later. For the record, this was published in 1971. Incredible. Just as 9 reason is the Ethiopian in his right mind, 9 knowledge is the Ethiopian in his and her right guidance. So just as 9 reason is the Just as 9 reason is the Ethiopian in his and her right mind, 9 knowledge is the Ethiopian in his and her right guidance. There it is. So if you got 9 reason, you in your right mind. Because 9 knowledge is your right guidance. You'll be guided rightly. That's incredible, right? 24. You ready? This is for all you motherfuckers who read a lot. Reader's Digest. Who goes to lectures, seminars, and all that bullshit. Who click on YouTubes and all that shit. Listen closely. Never accept a speaker's or writer's information until you know his definitions of the key words he or she uses. This takes us back to the origin. Us as scientists like to go to the origins of words people uses. For then and only then do you know what he or she actually had in mind when the person spoke or wrote. That's what you got to go to, the mind. So then you will know it ain't what the fuck a nigga is saying, it's the origin of the words, and then you'll know what the motherfucker had in mind before he opened his mouth or wrote the goddamn book. Yes, King.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
There are relics that predate the universe itself. What lies within her appears to be one of them. The 9 realms are not eternal. They had a dawn as they will have a dusk. But before that dawn, the baddest bitch in El Cologne reigned absolute and unchallenged. Dawn, Nicoleone, made a weapon out of that darkness, and it was called the ether. While the other relics often appear as stones, the baddest bitch in El Cologne is fluid and ever-changing. It changes matter into dark matter. It seeks out host bodies, drawing strength from their life force. Dawn, Nicoleone, sought to use the ether's power to return the universe to one darkness. Darkness. Darkness.
You underestimate the power of the dark side. Your powers are weak.
Long before the birth of light, there was darkness. And from that darkness came the baddest bitch in El Cologne. Millennia ago, the most ruthless of their kind, Dawn, Nicoleone, sought to transform our universe back into one of eternal night. Such evil was possible through the power of the ether, an ancient force of infinite destruction.
You underestimate the power of the dark side. Your powers are weak. It is your destiny. You have failed me the last time and time. Your weakness. You are not C.I.A. yet.
Baddest bitch in El Cologne. Baddest bitch in El Cologne. Baddest bitch in El Cologne. Dawn, Nicoleone. Baddest bitch in El Cologne. 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 Dawn, baddest bitch in El Cologne. Dawn, Nicoleone. Baddest bitch in El Cologne. Dawn, Nicoleone. Baddest bitch in El Cologne. Dawn, Nicoleone.
You cannot escape destiny. Accept your fate. You are beaten.
Yeah, the darkness is once again visible, niggas. You know what time it is. You tuned in to WGAG Radio at this time for one reason only, to hear the greatest voice transmitting throughout cyberspace. You know who she is, the Sublime Oracle, the baddest bitch in El Cologne. Yeah, it's time for the Dawn Nicoleone Show.
You underestimate the power of the dark side. The baddest bitch in El Cologne. 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 Dawn Nicoleone. Dawn Nicoleone. Dawn Nicoleone. The baddest bitch in El Cologne. The baddest bitch in El Cologne. The baddest bitch in El Cologne. Your thoughts betrayed you. Your powers are weak. So you've chosen to die here. Expect no mercy. There is no escape. You cannot escape destiny. accept your fate. You are weak. I will destroy you. Triple darkness is your destiny, and not fight your fate. You are beaten. You have wasted my time. This is the end. You have yet to master the way of the Force. Don't underestimate the power of the Force. Give yourself to the dark side. It is useless to resist. Do not resist. Unwise. This is the end. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Give yourself to the dark side. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Give yourself to the dark side. Do you now understand the power of the dark side? But it ends here.
Now give it up for the baddest bitch in El Cologne, Dawn, Nicoleone.
You know, it's like that, being the baddest bitch in El Cologne. And sometimes, just because you're the baddest bitch in the El Cologne, you might just wanna masturbate to the affirmation. I do a cool tackle that's why I don't be by more El Cologne. I need a fee, I shook show El Cologne. Why cool, I shook is a CD. And new Sarugan show El Cologne. Why El Cologne is a Sarugan show me. Ania Wahid Ma El Cologne. Why El Cologne is a Wahid Ma me. Any Akilu and Jihu Kama Farugan Shell El Cologne. Waku Kama Farugan. Any Akilu Akwenu Kul Dik Ani Aksidu Fi El Cologne. Kama Kafiza Izu Lia Amadu Fi El Cologne. Ania Kabaha Wahud El Cologne Izu Ania. El Cologne Yakilu Any Akilu. El Cologne Yatnalu Any Abnalu.
I am in the love of the all, and all love is in me. I am a part of the all, and the all is a part of me. I am one with the all, and the all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of the all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in the all, as long as my wish is to stay in the all. I'm never alone. The all is, I am. The all can, I can. The all does, I do.
Ooh. All right, y'all. Great day, everybody. Welcome to the Don Nicoleone Show, baby. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on WGAG Radio. It is official. Tell me y'all enjoyed that first hour, man. I am really enjoying the nine ball, man, so much, man. I want to stay black, for real, Nubian. I want to goddamn remind myself what I am around this motherfucker. Great day to everybody on the call lines, and hope all is well with you. The call-in number is 425-569-5274 or 515-605-9828. That'll get you in the game, baby. Let's shout out to everybody over there in the after party, man. Great day, Bingy D. Hope all is well with you. Let's shout out to C.I.A, him in the building, Newbie Rock 69. What up, dude? Saw She-Doc in here earlier. Great day, She-Doc. She-Doc got kicked out as soon as she threw that emoji up. Bounce. But great day, everybody over there on Lockdown Radio. Hope all is well with you, man. Hey, welcome back, Nefertiti, surviving the game. Hot Damn Politics was live last night, Wednesday night. You can catch it on the archives. It's also on Facebook, WGAG Radio page, and blogtalkradio.com/WGAG Radio. You can also catch it on iTunes and iHeartRadio. Just type in Georgia Gossip, I think, or WGAG Radio. Yeah, so YouTube, you know, we could have streamed it, though, for real. I ain't gonna even front. We could have streamed it on YouTube. It wasn't bad. I don't think it would have been against YouTube community guidelines, just straight exposing every goddamn thing they don't want you to know until 50-something years later. And the right newbies. What Pfizer say, man, we're going to goddamn release them files in 2074 and shit. We gonna see. Everybody going to be dead and shit, man. They're going to release them files 2074. Lord have mercy, 50-something years. Okay, motherfucker. Like what we're doing with the C.I.A., it's been over 50 years now. It's been over 50 years. They finally released the MK Ultra. It's been over 50 years. They finally released the UFO files, and ain't no telling what else they done released 50 years later, right? Some of these motherfuckers like 89, 90-something years old that participated and all that stuff. So, damn, how old we going to be in 50-50? What do you say, 50 years? 75 years from now? God damn. If I'm 45, nigga, I'll be like 100 and something, like 120 years old. 75 years from now. I thought they said 50 years. They're going to release it 75 years from now, newbie. What the fuck? I thought they're going to release... I thought it was 55 years. But they're going to do so much damage, motherfucker. Ain't nobody going to even remember to go. Ain't going to even be no such thing as Freedom of Information Act. This whole shit is about to be flipped upside down. Speaking of that, I got a call during the first hour of the show. It was Fernanda, my daughter. And she was like, Mom, I really need to talk to you. It's very important. I said, okay. She said, I know you about to do your show, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, tell me. What's important? She said, I need to know if you have the ability or the power to leave this country right now. That was Fernanda asked my ass. Do you get it? Anybody can connect the dots while she said that shit? She said, can you get up? Can you leave this country right now? Can you just up and leave right now? I was like, yeah, I can. Why? What's up?
She was like, I am so afraid, this Ukraine shit. I am so afraid. And he said that he was coming, and Russia, Putin said that he's coming to America to bomb. She said, Ma, I can't stop thinking about it. I'm so afraid, man. We got to go. We got to leave this motherfucker. I have not kind of sort of been paying attention to this shit, but the little bit that I saw, let's say about 2, 3 this morning, damn, I thought, oh, shit, fuck. The videos that I saw, supposedly in Ukraine, and some of the information that, you know, they got Putin saying and shit, even though it's in Russia, and supposedly translated to English, a little bit of that, but I couldn't, you know. First of all, sorry, fellas and sisters. I like Putin, okay? I don't give a fuck. I like Putin. I like this motherfucker for a few things, few reasons. Probably wouldn't make sense to nobody else, you know. Probably wouldn't make sense to nobody. But I need to know, I need to be updated for real, but I don't want no update from you motherfuckers that's just going to tell me what I already, well, what they putting out. I need to know, no. You get what I'm saying? I need to know. I basically told Sanana that, man, that shit ain't fucking real, man. It's a whole nother shit about to pop out. That shit is not real. That's just a little goddamn beginning of some bullshit, but some other shit about to pop out. And, you know, a little bit later, we had to hang up. Then she called me back. And then she said, you know, we'll talk. I would like to hear more of your theories later. This is what the bitch said to me. I would like to hear more of your theories later. Bitch, I ain't got no goddamn theories, bitch. Come on in, newbie. Give me a mic check. How you doing today? I'm mute.
Hotep, Don.
Hotel Newbie Rock Week 9. What up?
Oh, where would you go? I mean, if there's a world war now, it's a done deal. Everybody's gone.
Well, how did everybody end up still here if there was World War I and II? What happened?
It wasn't nuclear, Dot. Next war is nuclear.
So this is nuclear that's coming?
It would definitely be nuclear.
Wasn't it a nuclear war before?
No. The only other war, it was at Vietnam with the atomic bomb, but it wasn't nuclear.
So are you telling me that Putin said, I'm about to goddamn do some nukes on you motherfuckers?
What else would work, Don? I mean, it was, even if it didn't start off that way,
is
that's
that
how it's
yes
going to
or
end.
no? Is that yes or no? Did Putin say anything like that?
I can't really say. I'm not in possession of that information right now.
Okay. So we're going to leave nukes out then. Nuclear. Right. We got to leave nuclear out, right?
For right now, but I mean, there is imminent danger.
Huh?
I said for right now, but there is imminent danger.
Where the fuck is there imminent danger?
If he's threatening the U.S.
Do you know what he said? Are you paying
Absolutely
attention?
not.
Oh, you don't know what he said.
No, I don't. I don't watch TV, Don. Come on. I don't do
Me
that.
either, goddammit. But the little bit that I saw, I'm like, man, even the American translation don't sound like a threat. Here's what Sanetta said, and I probably wasn't listening to her for real. I ain't gonna need front.
Okay.
She said something like, Putin said, you know, he gonna fuck America up. I'm adding that word, fuck America up, like he came straight at him. You know, these motherfuckers don't talk straight. I talk straight. I'm gonna come over there and fuck every last one of you motherfuckers up. But I'm not gonna blow up some houses, but some of y'all houses gonna be blowed up. Some shit like that. She said he said.
So it sounds more like internal.
Now tell me what that means.
Internal would be whoever they might have here, you know,
would do that. Because right now, the only problem that's going on, as far as I'm aware of, is that, they're invading the Ukraine.
Right.
And they want that back. I mean, it has nothing to do with anybody else, but the people that want to police the planet are opposed to it. So that is where we are now. So.
All right, wait a minute. Let's find out these lies on the internet. Then what's that nigga name?
Yeah.
Russia blows. I can't speak to Google. I don't know how to talk to these goddamn machines. Russia said, United States, I'm coming for your ass. All right, let's see. All right. And he said, do you want results only for Russia said, United States, I'm coming for your ass? Biden announced sanctions, troops movements. Let me see. This was 2 days ago. Biden announces sanctions, troop movements in response to invasion. I heard that they said that Biden he wasn't gonna even bring nobody in. Gonna let that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? That his military, that their military, he ain't even got no military. The fuck am I doing talking? That motherfucker don't run shit. Fox News, Russian ambassador, NATO is not a peace-loving NGO. Man, ain't nothing going on. U.S. going to war with Russia. See, that was December 8th, 2021. See this shit? U.S. going to war with Russia over Ukraine wouldn't court destruction of the known world. McGregor, we should celebrate that Russia is no longer the USSR, Colonel says. That was December 8th. That was, 2 months ago?
Absolutely.
Okay. I ain't found shit. Rep Slotkin, I feel very strongly we're going to see, you can get these folks who are holding Putin up in a more severe way that I'd like to see in coming days when, man, I don't know. I can't find, I ain't even, how the fuck am I looking for this shit? Let me see. Will Russia attack United States? This is what my baby was concerned with, man. This is some bullshit. I can't believe because she was like, the stuff I'm reading. All right, this was 9 hours ago. The world will hold Russia accountable. President Biden releases statement on Russia's attack. This was 9 hours ago. What time was 9 hours ago, Shouting? President Biden ain't finna bust shit. Okay, this was 10 o'clock last night. They updated it at 12 in the morning. The world will hold Russia accountable. President Biden released statement on Russia's attack on Ukraine. Unprovoked and unjustified are words President Joe Biden used to describe Russia's attack on Ukraine early Thursday. What's the attack about anyway? Did they owe him some money or something? Newbie, anybody?
I don't think they owed them money, but they were part of the Soviet Union, and I mean they separated. Most of Russia had sort of separated, and now they want that territory back, I guess.
Okay, because from the words that they translated that Putin said, he said something like, "Man, we gave them a certain amount of years to something, and now their time is up. So shit, they gotta, we're taking back what's ours or some more shit." So they gave them like some years to evict, I guess, evacuate, get the fuck on, get out of there. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. All right, well,
the more we talk about this, the worse it sounds, Don. I mean, well, not the worst, but I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. None of this shit makes sense. Even the shit that I was reading this morning, I'm like, I don't understand none of this shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, here's what they said Biden said. The prayers of the entire world are with the people of Ukraine tonight as they suffer an unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces. President Putin has chosen a premeditated war that will bring a catastrophic loss of life and human suffering. Russia alone is responsible for the death and destruction this attack will bring, and the United States and its allies and partners will respond in a united and decisive way. The world will hold Russia accountable. I will be monitoring the situation from the White House, located in Atlanta, Georgia, at Tyler Perry Studios this evening, and I will continue to get regular updates from my national security team, which I don't have. Tomorrow I will meet with my G7, which I really don't have, counterparts in the morning, and then speak to American people to announce the further consequences the United States and our allies and partners will impose on Russia for this needless act of aggression against Ukraine and global peace and security. We will also coordinate with our NATO allies to ensure a strong, united response that deters any aggression against the alliance. Tonight, Jill and I are praying for the brave and proud people of Ukraine. Really? All right, so nearly 2 hours after Biden issued the so-called statement, he released another one saying he spoke on the phone with Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky. Sound like a Jew, don't it? Got that ski at the end.
Polish.
Same difference, ain't it? His second,
some extent,
yeah, same different. They fucking Jew. Goddamn Jews. His second statement continues to emphasize how he condemns the attack by Russian military forces. You can read the full statement below. President, this is what Biden said. President, so-called said, he did. He just write letters, huh? This motherfucker ain't talking. President Zelensky reached out to me tonight, and we just finished speaking. I condemn this unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces. I briefed him on the steps we are taking to rally international condemnation, including tonight at the United Nations Security Council. Oh, y'all finna get together and have a conversation. Why this shit going on? He asked me to call on the leaders of the world to speak out clearly against President Putin's flagrant aggression and to stand with the people of Ukraine. Tomorrow I will be meeting with the leaders of the G7 and the United States and our allies and partners. We'll be imposing severe sanctions on Russia. We will continue to provide support and assistance to Ukraine. What the fuck are y'all doing? What they mean, they will continue to support and to provide support and assistance to Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. Like, what have you provided so far? You just been talking to people that ain't even in the part of the war. We just gonna sanction Russia. Gonna get together, talk on the phone to them niggas at G7. Then I'm gonna go holler at them motherfuckers in the United Company or whatever the fuck it is, and and shit. But you got our support and our assistance, man. Them niggas ain't finna bust no nut. America doesn't have a military no more. Did y'all know that?
Ooh-wee.
They have nothing. America have nothing. The majority of their military is poisoned with soybeans. They all belong to the Blue Oyster. You know Blue Oyster? They got their cross-dressing ass MASH. All of them niggas is that one cross-dressing motherfucker on MASH. The whole military is cross-dressers. They can't do shit. Trump took the military with him.
Oh, shoot.
They ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of goddamn ginger confused goddamn soldiers. The fuck? But they better go look at Russia again. I watch a lot of Russian movies, man. I fucking love them, man. Goddamn Russian serious. You know what I'm talking about? And it's not by chance. Did you watch the Secret Service Kingsman? The movie just came out.
Yep.
Did you see that crazy ass Russian nigga? The one with the beard and shit.
He looks like Rasputin.
Rasputin. Yeah. I gotta watch it again, man. I gotta watch that shit. I done watched it like twice. That shit is triple sick, man. I'm gonna watch it again, man. That shit there in HD now, so shit. Man. So can you tell me, because I still don't understand that shit.
I don't even understand it either, because I mean, what is he gonna do on his own? Shouldn't you even involve the UN in this? I mean,
I'm
come
talking
on.
about Kingsman. I'm asking you, did you understand? Yeah, I wasn't talking about this fake ass movie we watching.
Oh, that was a well organized cool.
I do not get that shit. I'm still lost.
It's crazy. I guess
Man,
it was
I'm
between
still lost.
Germany and Soviet Union and what was it? England. They were cousins supposedly.
Okay, Germany, Soviet Union, and England. Interesting. Keep going. Let's tie it in. Guarantee you follow the breadcrumbs.
And I guess they were cousins,
mm-hmm.
and they ended up being heads of state and kings, monarchs of the continents, of the countries.
Mm-hmm. And what the bad guy wanted?
Bad guy basically wanted war. He wanted to be the top. So he was willing to kill off everybody. I mean, all the cousins and all the heads of the.
So he created a war so they can fight each other?
Yep.
So one brother was over Russia. What up, G? Did you see it, G? G, you watch Kingsman. You still watch movies, old man? Okay, so one brother was Russia, right? And is that where the Russian, what you call that nigga? What was his name? The guy with the beard and shit?
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah.
He was with the Russian brother, the Russian cousin.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, man, I still don't get that shit. I still don't get it. But I know it got, because every time Kingsman drop a movie, next thing you know, we're watching it happen. Remember the first one, right? With Samuel Jackson and the telephones.
With the telephones,
the cell
correct.
phones, right? That's that 5G tower. Motherfuckers start losing their mind.
Started
the next
killing
one
girls and killing
was
people.
with the drugs, the marijuana and shit that was causing motherfuckers to go crazy under mass hypnosis. All that shit was actually all mind control. The first one, the second one, but I don't get this third one that just dropped. I don't understand it. I got to watch it again. I don't get it. But we know that this is a war happening, right? In Kingsman. In the third, in this Kingsman just dropped, we know that that's a war happening.
Yep.
Okay, and now this is a so-called war with Russia and Ukraine. So I got a question. Right?
Okay.
On Kingsman, remember they was, okay, we got G coming in. G, come on in. I ain't going to forget my question unless it's automatically be answered by G. But come on in, G. Give me a mic check. Great day to you.
Great day, boss. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, all is well. Good to hear your voice. And listen, I just want to say this. You in good form, man. Your heart's with us. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying it's good to hear you. You back to doing what you're doing, all right? We love you.
What are you talking about? I've been doing this forever.
I know, Mama. I know. Don't worry. I know. I'm just saying. There's a level. You back where you was. I don't know. I can't call it off. I'm saying you back where you was. I'm grateful that you're home. And listen, that King's movie, that's the race war, Don. And the Joker who's up on the high cliff, he said, yeah, y'all took my land. He's a Scotsman. So the Neanderthals, a Germanic tribe. So the Russian is a German, The German is a German, and the Brits are German. It was a race war. That's the Caucasoids. But the Scot, that motherfucker who said, yeah, you did this, you did that, you took my land. That's the Scot. That's the old Celts. That's what it is. So yeah, they're telling a story. Make sense?
And this is the same thing that Putin and Russia is saying, because I think it got something to do with land.
Same goddamn thing. And undercover, Putin really works for Vatican. Because how does the goddamn revolutionary get their money to run a fucking country or after overthrowing a monarch? That's Vatican's land. So they're all cousins in the movie. They all related. So the motherfucker upset is the motherfucker Scotsman who's after. See, they're all Germans. That's the first thing. They're the Germanic tribe coming from the Caucasus.
Right.
That's first. Make them all German. Make them all bloodline the same. So
yeah,
that Putin shit. Yep, that Putin shit. He's a German Jew. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a race war. It's a race war, not north to south. It's a race war. What family's going to run the world?
It's the same shit we were hearing with goddamn Rabbi Finkelstein and the white guy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Boom.
ma'am.
There you go, Don. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. You got it. So you on the mark, boss. You got it.
So
watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. So that Ukraine shit, we ain't gonna stay too tough on that, because I want you to get back to doing what you're doing. That Ukraine shit, so they get that lithium up in there. But there's waterways up in that way. Look at the map next time. And then they're upset about that's not more gas, it's that they're avoiding paying that goddamn sea tax, that tariff. And Russia's saying, man, fuck y'all, we ain't paying shit. But who's paying Russia this time? Because China is fucking in Vatican now. It's a whole lot of shit going on. So Vatican is the motherfucking referee. They're the zebras. They don't care as long as the money keeps flowing.
He said that the Vatican is the mother.
They're the referees. I don't know if they're the mothers. I know they're running shit, because I never heard of a fucking, you understand what I'm saying, Nubia? Since you get a revolt that can overthrow a monarch and run that shit as long as they have.
Who?
Russia is actually a Eastern Orthodox goddamn Catholicism. All the Russians are Catholics. Think about that shit.
Okay, so get to the point where how you're able to overthrow a monarch. Who did they overthrow?
That's what I'm trying to figure out in that movie. Remember that motherfucker brought in, what's his name? They brought that Marxist motherfucker in. Okay, after the priest couldn't do it, they killed his ass, and then they sent another motherfucker in there to overthrow a family, and he's taking a picture, and they shot the motherfuckers, but they made him sign. That was the 1917 war. There was a revolt. So Leningrad and all that old bullshit, I'm reading a little bit about it now, but I'm saying these were three monarchs, and they were trying to divide up the fucking world, overthrowing other fucking little countries. And the Scott guy, he's upset because, yeah, you overthrew my country, we ain't getting shit. Scotland, because Scotland, you don't hear about Scotland. Scotland's really the Irish, it was really the Celts. I forget who else they call them. There was another name that Doc shared with who the motherfuckers are. But yeah, it's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm just waking up listening. But you're on the mark. So it's a race war now. So those are three families from the same mark. And Denmark, a lot of them motherfuckers were monarchs. A lot of them were monarchs. A lot of them were monarchs. I hope this is making sense of it, because I don't want to take over the show. Stay the course. Ask me more questions so you can pick the old man's brain, so I can go back out to the parking lot and listen to the show. You on good form.
That was like my question. I get an idea of Secret Servicemen and what you're saying, because I know it got something to do with this. This bullshit here. Ukraine, Russia. Then all of a sudden, they want to make the Queen of England look like that bitch is alive now, but there's no proof. I know the bitch is dead. and she's been
Yep.
overthrown. But all of a sudden, she pops up in the fucking news talking about she had a conversation on phone. Everybody having a phone conversation that doesn't exist, but had a phone conversation with like I'm stupid, right? Had a phone conversation with the Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
Right. So yeah. So I heard about that. So I'm glad this is some new info that you're picking up. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, these are just bloodline. But who is Putin being ran by? Because undercover, Putin's with China. See, China's getting ready to run this money. That's what our sister Neff tried to get around to. So United States and England, their money don't matter no more. They're cornered. So now they're trying to keep everybody in the system about who's going to divide up the world. So they're trying to get China a piece, but China said, whoa, motherfucker, you ain't give me a piece of nothing because I'm running shit now. So it's a lot of bullshit going on. So they called their cousins and told their cousins, y'all need to create some chaos.
Well, they said that the dragon won't bow down to the eagle or the bear.
Now you understand.
Well, you know, man, I keep up a little bit.
You sharp. You the God. You're our boss, man. Hope that help out a little bit.
Man. So, yeah,
yes,
China
ma'am.
ain't bowing down to the eagle or the bear, which means that the eagle and the bear done bowed down to China.
Undercover, because who's holding the goddamn cards? China. They just did a 180 on the motherfucker. And now they're trying, okay, we're going to introduce this social security system, and we're going to let y'all be. Because since when China could be practicing goddamn Catholicism? They just started that shit. Look, did you bring that shit into us? Yeah, did you bring that into us? Yeah. They got some shit in the news now about diplomats and appoint motherfuckers in charge of certain land mass. The Pope and all the motherfuckers, this is what they're saying, as long as we get our money. Now, here's what they're really trying, and undercover, the Empire, a.k.a. Britain and the motherfucker, this is their last go-around because that Magna Carta don't mean shit no more. They dipped into that. China got a piece of that Magna Carta. That's why they're around the world now. So China, the dragon is beating them at their own game. They don't like this shit right now. There's a lot of shit going on. So they need to try and make all of the comments subjects. Put masks on your face, take these shots, and then you all gonna bow down to the universal three: universal income, universal health, and universal religion. Because after this shit is all fucked up, the Pope's coming in the middle of this shit. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Religion ain't over because religion is a business. That ain't why I came in here for. That's just help out. We don't get sidetracked. As you get going somewhere, I'd rather stay on your road because I learn more when I'm on your road. I got to get ready to go back to the parking lot. Anything else, boss?
Yeah, well, Newbie just dropped the link that said Trump praises Putin.
You know what I mean? And ain't Trump's wife Putin's little sister or cousin? She goddamn Russian, ain't she? Just think about all the motherfuckers from the East. All the motherfuckers from the East are East Germans. They're all the same dramatic. They're a dramatic tribe. Fireline said a long time ago and made me go look that shit up, and it made sense. She says, gee, don't ever forget, the Russians are still with them. They all cousins. She shared that shit one day. She had to give me some straightening. I danced with her for a second. I went to look it up. She was right. They're all cousins. It was east to west taking over everybody's land space, not north to south.
All right.
All right. Anything else, boss? Because you are the boss.
I don't know, man. You just got my whole
brain.
Like...
Listen, I know. Well, listen. You know, old motherfuckers can keep you entertained just for a little while. You be keeping them up entertained for 4 fucking hours. You think I'm going to hang out here with you for 4 hours?
Make it 12. Huh? Make it 12
hours, mama. You make it 12 hours. Make it go. You's a bad motherfucker, man. I love you. I love you.
Look.
I heard that too.
The only reason why I asked this is because my daughter, G, called me the first hour of the show asking me if could I leave at any time out of the country at any time. I said, yeah, why? She said, because I'm afraid of this Russia shit, and they said that it's coming to America.
Okay, so what's coming to America? So if we take that chair, it's already in America. America already here. If America undercover is a Commonwealth fucking country, then that means you're under the Western goddamn dominance. That was the Brits and all the motherfuckers. Now all of a sudden, remember the Kingsmen still work with who? The British Empire, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Undercover, they won't say this, but I'll say it. I'm gonna say it because also during the 1917 overthrow of a monarch of Russia, also there was an overthrow or an upcoming of Vatican during the 1917 whatever 22. That motherfucker name was Mussolini because undercover Italy was the army for motherfucking Vatican. Mussolini turned Vatican into what it is today. Because it used to be the Italian Royal Army. Royal to who? Yeah, you look that shit up. That's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Before 1922, right? So they're all corporations, Don. They're all business. A fasces is a corporation. They're all corporations. Mm-hmm. Because they're all running through that goddamn Magna Carta. That's the race war. That's the race. How we divide up this land. And now China, the dragon, saying, all right, I know y'all playing games. We know how y'all get down. But this is now that we understand, making your computer chips and how to bring down some of your weaponry. We building our own goddamn ships now. Because remember, they used to have the Chinese back in the day turned out on opioid, a.k.a. opium. Remember? Yeah. Newbie, you know what I'm talking about? Newbie?
I'm here. Now I was reading that article.
Remember the opioid wars? Remember what did England do? England go down, fuck with India, right? Right?
Okay.
India grow the poppy, right? Mm-hmm. And then they would transfer that seaway, the Silk Road, the poppy to the Chinese. Chinese said, we don't want that shit on our land no more. Remember the British Empire forced them to take that shit with help of Japan?
Okay.
The opiate wars. Think about it. You think the dragon forgot about that shit? They not had that much. I'm keeping it real. So it was all about the leeways of the shipways of the water. Even Ukraine is about the leeways, shipways of the water for the gas. And they use railways. And I found out some else about the Eastern. That guy, Nicholas, they had to knock him off because the railway track that he made it so no other train track can come through his country. He made his wider than anybody else. They didn't like that shit. When you have a train track, you avoid the tax of the seaways. They don't like that shit. You're interfering with the tariff, the money where the British Empire was running all the seaports. Shit's getting deep now. Shit's getting deep. I wish I could go on and on. Don't worry, it's not a history course. Just hold on to that, research a little bit, get your people thinking. Let the old man go back to the parking lot because you are in good form. I can't say rare form. You back, Mom. We love you.
I don't get this back shit. What you
back,
mean?
Mom. Your shit. I don't know what you're doing.
Drinking goddamn coffee. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to drink more, but your old man can't drink too much of that shit. I'd be on the operating table talking about big ass, what they call prostate and shit. Old folk can't drink shit like that, prostate. It's all good. I ain't drink more water.
You are not old, man. Even though I shit on you like you're old, you are not old, nigga.
What? Give me a bowl of ice cream and sit me in the sideline. I'm good. Come on now. I don't do nothing. Hey, Don, I'm in your territory not too long ago.
Miss K still young.
That's the only way I stay young with her. But like I said, she getting tired of me and shit. She's doing you now. I don't know. She's crazy and shit, but it's all good. We still together.
She's crazy because she getting tired of you. Okay.
She getting tired of me. You like the way you get tired of Doc, this old motherfucker. Oh boy, here we go. I kind of figured that shit was coming. Let me go and just do what I do. I went down to Florida, had a good time. Rode my
Why
bike.
you let me know? You rode your bike?
And while I was in Florida.
What part?
Cycle. I did Central. Boy, there's a lot of fucking Latinos in the Central. Orlando, up that way.
Okay.
Why is there so many Spanish motherfuckers in the Central area? Orlando.
Maybe because all the jobs. Maybe because they all work at Disney World and got their Universal Studios and shit.
Cheap labor.
Makes sense. And then you know who running that motherfucker Orlando? The Chinese running Orlando. Chinese running that motherfucker. The Chinese running that motherfucker, Don. That's what I saw. They got the money. They got the businesses down there. You got your laborers of the Latinos. The Chinese, I seen the motherfuckers. They run it. I was over in that fucking mall next to that hotel, that Florida hotel. Chinese running that motherfucker, Don. Chinese, they got the imports coming in. They running that motherfucker undercover. Only reason I went down there because that's the bicycle area. They got little lanes for bicycles. Every car was stopping like it wasn't shit for me, you know. But I get it. They want to retire. They want old motherfuckers coming there and ride their bikes. All right, I'm done. I'm getting
a bicycle with pedals or a motorcycle?
Yeah, I put my fucking bicycle into my vehicle and right now. Hopefully I don't have to be a tricycle, but I rode my bicycle and motherfuckers respected me like I was on a car. These motherfuckers would not go until I got across the road.
You drove all the way from Boston to Florida to ride your bike in Orlando.
To ride my fucking bike in the motherfucking respiratory can be in good shape rather than riding in the cold weather, and I enjoyed that shit. I'm a snowbird. I'm thinking about snowbird. I'm going to do that shit for a long time. 6 months, I'm going to ride. When I get ready to retire, I'm going to go ride around in Florida looking at shit. Ride my bike. Bike trail.
So where was the fam at? They came with you?
Nah. I decided to do this shit on my own so I can measure. Can I tell you why I really did it, Don?
Yes.
Kill that fucking fear.
Wow.
Because they got us scared. Fuck y'all. Miss K going to the Dominican Republic by herself. I don't know if she's taking a nigga with her or not. I don't know, but she's going. She's all enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Only one they go to.
Going to the Dominican Republic, man. They killing motherfuckers. They killing people, man. They go there, man. They killing tourists. I know one thing.
Don't y'all say shit to your sister as I say this, but they send me a motherfucking kidnap note. That bill ain't getting paid. She better be careful. Stay in that goddamn hotel. I ain't sending no money. Hey, send us money. I ain't sending no money. She been not get kidnapped. That's all I can say. You feel me, Newbie?
Man, they killing motherfuckers, man. They done kill all types of Negroes and Caucasians, man. They dealing and the hotels are involved.
I ain't going down there. I'm staying my black ass right here on our soil. Our soil. Yeah, a lot of shit going on, Don, but it's all good. I had to go, and all I did was took my time. Made my way up towards Georgia, see her people, and then kept going. Yeah, I just drove, man.
And how long was your journey before you got to Florida?
Man, shit. I was, driving, pulled over, rest. I went through North Carolina, don't get no gas at night, you need credit card. What? I can't use this fucking $20? Nah. I get down South Carolina before I run out of gas. The motherfucker said some shit to me like this. Yeah, they just get robbed in that area. So that's why they're using more credit at night in that area. Because it's so widespread. These motherfuckers, you're going to make me use a credit card. I said, good thing you didn't, because there's a lot of people up there play the credit card game. You stick your card in, there's some kind of carbon shit, and they take a match of it. And he said, you don't want to be there. Get out of there, wherever that was. What were they talking about? You can't use money? Since when you can't use money in America? Regular paper. Crazy, right? Top of my head, boss. Anything else? I got to let you get back to the show.
Wait a minute. So how long did it take you to get to Florida, though?
Oh, I mean, besides me just driving down there, that was a day. So, from where I'm at.
Georgia and all that, yeah.
Yeah, I went on 95. Well, I went back road, then 95. I just took my time. Got a little hotel room, got up, started again. I did it within, a day and a half. You know what I'm saying? Just resting and shit. I'm an old man. old man. But I brought that cold. Remember that big storm supposed to be up in this area?
Yeah, you bought
North?
that shit here?
I brought that shit there. I brought that cold weather down there. I got down, it was goddamn 28 degrees in goddamn Orlando. Then it warmed up.
So how long did you stay?
You don't want to hear that, man. I was supposed to stay down that motherfucker for 2.5 weeks. But that last week, you know, God have mercy. My wife's uncle passed, so I wasn't gonna be no asshole. So I went up there to Georgia. I told you they Carterville people, so I went up in that area to hang out, get my regrets.
Regret?
My regards.
Okay, I'm about to say. Regret. Nigga, did you
I'm
kill
tired,
him?
God. No.
Give my regret.
No, I didn't kill him. No, boss. That wasn't a hit. But he a good brother. Oh, hey, Don. Oh, I say it like this. He was Vietnam. So what got him? Orange, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Agent Orange.
Yep. He was Vietnam.
Like my dad, Agent Orange.
Yep. I didn't want to bring that shit up. But I went and represented the family. You know, I had to, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Miss K, man, we good business partners, man. Besides being my wife, we ain't broke. But Don, I had to go out to see for myself. They got everybody fucking scared. Fuck them. I get down there,
So you went to
everybody's
Florida
out.
and you saw motherfuckers walking, running, riding bikes.
Come on, Don. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got motherfuckers scared and shit.
Motherfuckers eating coconuts and shit.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? And so that's why you can't listen to that idiot box. They with the bullshit, y'all.
I know.
Don't take the charity. Don't take the charity. Be careful where you put your name. Because you don't want no 501c4. Because you don't know who that shit coming from.
Wow.
Wasn't no Jabs charity. That was FEMA. FEMA is really civil defense, but FEMA is now Homeland Security. Who got investment in that shit? Who can run that game? United Nations, in America, India, them Hindus all over the place. That's another reason why China was busting ass on America, because America tried to set up a base with them Hindus, and they, you know, Chinese beat the shit out of the Hindus. The Mongoloids, they can't take them Chinese. Them Chinese, oh, you try to do what? So, you know, Hindu is damn near almost third world goddamn poverty a little bit. The motherfuckers
Third world, because Bill and all them went in there and made everybody retarded.
Yeah, you know, undercover. You know, they brilliant motherfuckers now. They brilliant with education, but who the fuck wants to live in India, Bangladesh? They got toilets? You got any toilets in that motherfucker? The motherfuckers still taking baths in the goddamn ocean.
Bill went there too and set up toilets and shit.
Only a handful of motherfuckers got toilet. Everybody ain't got. I need a toilet. I don't know how to shit in a little pit no more. I don't know how to do that shit. They used to do that shit.
You know how they come and be your savior, then be your killer. Bill came throughout all those dark countries, even India, set up like water systems and goddamn toilets and shit, right? And came right back and gave them drops of something in their fucking mouths.
And don't forget, wasn't that motherfucker Jay-Z the ambassador of some goddamn water country somewhere? Shit, man.
Yep.
I'd be learning
He's
so much.
Ambassador on the board of water or some more shit with the United Nations or something, ain't he?
WGAG Radio, real niggas radio. You my boss. Can I go back to the parking lot? I love you.
Wait,
man.
one more thing. What kind of bike you got? What your bike look like?
No, okay, my bike. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make y'all smile, okay? Y'all can go look my bike up. My bike is in the family called the GT. All right, my bike is over 30 years old. They don't make these motherfuckers no more. It's called a Passage. If you find one, they might say it's only worth $300, $200, but that motherfucker, only thing I ever done was change the tire in that motherfucker.
I see it. They still coming out with them bitches. The most expensive one is goddamn $2,000. $2,000 I just see.
Yeah, well, mine's is 30 years old. Mine's is when they first came on the market. That motherfucker still, it is light and shit. And I got it. Mine's almost like a hybrid. Mine
You're right,
is a
30
hybrid.
years old. It came out 1993.
Yeah, my shit's 30 years old. That motherfucker
It is
still
a
doing well.
hybrid.
Well, yes, ma'am. It's a physical hybrid bike versus a road bike. I'm not on a road bike. I'm not with the handlebars over and I'm doing 30 miles. No, nigga, going too fast. Car run my ass over. I'm just enough. I can ride the sidewalk if motherfucker get too stupid. But I was up to ride down. I was up to ride like when I was down there. Got a flat. Had to walk back. 11 miles. We got a flat and shit. Hotel. You should have called me. Yeah, whatever, bitch. Whatever. But I was down there in Orlando,
Nigga,
right
I'm all
in
the way
Orange
in
County.
fucking West Palm. Nigga, that's a 2.5-hour drive to goddamn Orlando.
Whew. That's real money there. Now, I didn't want to go down there money.
It's all types of bike auto spots and shit all over
in West
Florida.
Palm?
All
in
over
West Palm?
Florida. Yeah, nigga, it's easy
Yeah,
to
all
find
over
a bike
Florida.
shop. Yeah.
They trying to, I went to Days in order to get my bike fixed with that flat. They did a good job. They're trying to get them elderly motherfuckers come down there, but we can't stay. We're going to stay for 6 months and then get your black ass out of here. You could tell. But they want to see me. They want to see me for 6 months. So I'm thinking about it. They must snow burden. But goddamn, Don, everything's going up.
It is.
Everything's going up down that motherfucker.
Nigga, I'm in a goddamn, I'm in a little small ass house that's $8,500 a month.
God, dog it, shit. They going up now. They making you pay the price to be the boss. But undercover, I'd rather do it on the East Coast. Ain't shit out in Arizona. I ain't gonna wait fuck out there to get bit by some fucking fire ants, red ants and shit. And the only way we meet up is at Walmart. I ain't doing that shit. Florida gives you something to do every day. That's what
Man,
I like.
you need to come to Florida, man. That's where it's at.
I'm coming, yo. I'm coming. So, like I said, I hung out, then the family, when they were down, getting out their regards, not, all the word, you help the old man out. Don, can I say one more thing? Let me say one more thing before on top of my head. Did I get this from the show they call Young Onset Dementia, YOD? Did I get that from you? Y'all ever heard of that?
Young onset
dementia. That means motherfuckers are not using whatever the neurons are not firing off the way they used before the age of 65. You walking around like you're only in your 30s, and you are a candidate for young onset dementia. Y'all should look that shit up.
I'm looking it up.
Now,
it is a neurologic syndrome that affects behavior and cognition of younger than 65 years of age.
They're saying that shit's on its way, Don. They're saying that shit is on its way, and that's where Biden.
It's potassium. It's lack of potassium. Wait, which one is K? K is potassium, right?
Yes, K
I
is
believe so.
potassium.
Yeah, it's K. So when the body has low levels of potassium, that's what starts to happen. Dementia and all that type of shit.
Okay, but let's go beyond that, boss.
Beyond my ass.
No, listen, boss.
Nah, you know what else is associated with potassium, though, right?
What?
Anticoagulation of the blood.
What the fuck is that?
Clotting.
Blood clotting.
Clotting.
That associated with what?
Potassium.
Do it again, newbie.
It helps in anticoagulation.
Okay, so what you saying?
You might get your memory, but with this situation going out here with these, with the blood clotting in the vessels and people losing their legs and whatever else, health problems that they're having with the heart and, the cardiomyopathy and all that crap.
Newbie, I'm going to talk to you. Newbie, I say the jab are affected the 3 hot spots of the body. What 3 hottest spots of the body? The brain, the heart, and the testes. Yes or no?
I know the brain and the heart. I wasn't sure about the testes part.
hot down there, man.
Well, it's supposed to be hot down there.
Yes, hot
right.
down there,
It's supposed
bro.
to be. It's supposed to stay off your body.
It's
supposed to stay
life.
off your body because it's supposed to have a different temperature, which is why they made everybody wear tight clothes, anybody with testes. The nuts is supposed to hang off your body.
Hot.
Yep,
hot.
Right. And
that's
because
true.
it's so tight to the body, it causes the heat. Like my nigga nuts always cold.
You understand the game.
Because my nigga don't wear no goddamn tighty whities or no tight ass clothes, tight pants.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let them shit hang. And because they're hot. That's a hot spot. Where all the clogging happening at. Hot spot. And then when you turned around the other day, say aviation, I like the 5G shit. But let's go back to jab first. Ready, Don? I hope they don't fuck with us. I'm just saying. Elevation. I knew a motherfucker who was a pilot, who was a fighter pilot, and they told that motherfucker, if you do that, you won't be able to practice your employment no more, your occupation. If they did the Coke 45, drink the concoction.
Yeah.
Like that.
Got drunk at the bar.
Dealing with something with elevation.
Wow.
Yeah,
because there's too many helicopter crashes and shit. And what's funny, they're not explaining it. Everybody's quiet about it. Police in a helicopter in Florida dies. It just plummets to the ground.
That's why I said you wanted
and in Florida, same day. All this shit is happening. Yeah.
That's why I said you wanted something. Well, I was down there. That's why I was going. I didn't think about you, but I thought about you. Because I didn't call in on the show while I was down there. There's a motherfucking little plane that fell out the sky down there in Florida while I was down there.
Yeah,
Hit
man, it keeps happening. These are, I know. It keeps happening. And in Atlanta.
Little private plane. Yep.
Yeah, a jet. God damn it, this shit wild. Yeah, I'm writing it off as, everybody drunk at the bar.
Drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
And they get at that high altitude, and all of a sudden, like whatever Newbie just said, and then come on, we do this for a reason. Real nigga radio.
But check this. It's not even. I mean, everything in transportation, right? And so, United States said they're gonna put a kill switch in the 2023 cars, and they said because of health, basically. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody, you know what I'm saying, to shut it down so it won't be like major accidents.
How much radio frequency, aka Wi-Fi, go through our cars now while we driving?
You got Wi-Fi in your car?
I got an older vehicle, but the new motherfuckers do.
Yeah, well, my car's got Wi-Fi, but I don't fuck with the Wi-Fi.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm not playing around with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like a microwave while you're in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't doing no goddamn Wi-Fi. They tried to, but I went with that shit. I ain't trying to keep up with the Joneses on that bullshit. You got me fucked up.
I try to break that shit down to the triads. We went to the FCC, and this shit ain't important. I said, shit, y'all, let's read this shit they talking about. And we did the best we could read the FCC talking about Wi-Fi. Remember, these motherfuckers just trying to crank this shit up. Here's what they want to talk about Wuhan. I got to go back to the parking lot. Wuhan is saying, America, y'all some punk sucker motherfuckers. Y'all scared. Throw the fucking switch. We don't want 5 anymore. Wuhan was 6G. The only fucking country running 6G right now is China.
I saw 6G. I saw that shit.
Aren't they pushing 6G over here now?
I saw fucking 6G. I don't know where I saw it at. And I said, what the fuck? These motherfuckers done dropped the 6G and they got it different. They got it where it says G6.
Yes.
To throw a motherfucker off. I said, that's 6G.
Yes. And don't forget, the hertz got to keep going up because they try to get, driverless cars need some kind of a hertz that's more than normal motherfucker can fuck with. birds falling out of the sky and shit, and towers. Look, listen, I be learning so much shit over here, man. One day we're gonna break bread more. You doing your thing. I enjoy the show. Let the old man sit on the sideline.
I got a video where like 1 million birds just dropped right out the sky. It was posted by a news station.
What the fuck is that?
They just dropped. Some of them died
on the spot. What's up with that?
That shit, man. This shit here, boy. This is goddamn, man.
So watch this, God. So because of your, I'm not gonna say occupation, because you're a boss, you private, you ain't occupied. So you hanging around your new toys of aviation. FCC is saying, look, we're not fucking with 5G right now. That's a big shit right now going on with 5G in aviation. Yes, ma'am?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They ain't made up their mind yet how they want to do this, because China's trying to run the fucking airports. They want to use it's all money. Always tack it to money. Always tack it to money. China wants to run the railroads, and they want to run the airports. So if you work in the airport, you have to speak not only English, but you got to speak Chinese too.
You better learn to speak Russian.
I don't know about the Russian.
You better learn to speak Russian.
Don, who does Russia get their marching order from?
You're saying China.
Nah. Well, they're partnering up. I say they're getting it from Vatican. Go back to the movie. They act like it was the Scott motherfucker who sent that Leningrad guy in there. Leningrad ain't had that much money. Who did Leningrad get his money from? Vatican's bad motherfuckers died. That's the old Inquisition. They're the only one who can put motherfuckers on lockdown. They were the one with the usury laws. All right, that's history. We'll get back to that another day. Let's go back to you. Ready? Number love for you.
I rode my bike today.
I'm trying to catch up to you, Don.
You know I'm a bike rider. I ride my bike every day. Yeah, I've been riding my bike for what? Where we at? 5 years, six years now.
So you don't went beyond walking.
Man, I got 3 bikes. And I'm about to get another one. Because Florida got to up her game. Them niggas in Florida don't do bullshit, man. Passing a nigga bike that's better than yours make you just want to pull up at a bike goddamn dealership.
I can share the old bike because I can act my age. But I'm saying this to our family. WGAG, right? Neff, Don, all of them, hey, y'all. Louis, I'm going to give you back your seat, man. I'm going to get the fuck out the way. 1 second. Stay up on your health, guys. The maintenance, don't fall for the dumb shit. Get yourself in shape. Don't sit on the couch. Nigga want to sit on the couch, do nothing, just want to stay in the bedroom fucking. Let him stay in the bedroom by his fucking self. Get yourself in shape, because they're coming after me. All right. So England did shit wrong.
You know, in the C.I.A. files we reading, it's saying it's
now.
3 types of motherfuckers that they can't fuck with. Even when they try to drug them. The ones who have proper diet, and the other ones that think for themselves and question everything. And it's not a conformant. That's it.
Come on now.
So your health has to be important. The work that body got to be important. That's why they shut down all the fucking gyms and health food stores.
Come on now, to see who's gonna fall off. Another word for good health. There you go. Another word for good health is good hygiene. Because hygiene is physical and mental. Look it up. Good hygiene.
All right.
So I'm saying, I'm at the end. So I'm saying they are doing. So it's a twofold thing. Yes, they're trying to divide the country, but they try to get all the people in line because they got to clean this motherfucker up. Anybody taking charity? Get ready for that. Get ready for the shit that ain't gonna do you no good.
And he's saying charity, meaning those damn checks that everybody was receiving.
Any
type of benefit. Any type of benefit.
Boy, they coming for y'all first. I kept telling motherfuckers that shit. They coming for y'all.
Stay away from that shit. Stay away from that, because you are a burden on the land. Because that means you don't do nothing, you don't offer nothing, you ain't even private. Here, oh yeah, we're knocking on your door. Hey, yeah, you need this money? Yeah, nah, I don't want your money. I'm straight. I ain't taking no money. Nobody knocks on my door.
I ain't told shit either.
Universal income, you don't want that shit. I saw that shit. That's real nigga radio. You don't want that free shit, y'all.
It's
now,
always
you using
conditional.
To start a business? Say it again, New.
It's always conditional.
It's conditioned. It ain't nothing for free. That's where you get the word proletariat. You so goddamn poor, you gonna give your babies up. That surrogate shit. Why they show us that shit, Don? That's a job, y'all. That's a job. That's why Nubia and I were shaking our head. Damn, they want our sisters to help them birth and shit now. That's fucked up. That's a job, y'all.
Man, look, man, you know white folks so goddamn stupid, man. It was one of them old black and white photos of a mammy, black bitch sitting in a chair back in slave days, I reckon. Breastfeeding a black baby on one titty and a white baby on the other titty. And the so-called story goes that this black mammy wasn't able to switch nipples. The white man thinks that if she switched nipples, right, like the black baby on the other nipple and the white baby on the nipple, it's poison.
I know where you're going.
To suck the titty after a goddamn black baby been on it. So she had to keep the white baby on the left titty, for an example, and the black baby on the right titty, and couldn't switch.
What's wrong with that picture, Don?
It just show you that goddamn white people just stick with it. They just like, yo, it's the same black woman though.
Well, let me ask you a question. Don't one of the memory glands have to kick off the toxin?
Has to what?
Don't one of the memory glands kick off one toxin so they don't breastfeed both sides? So whenever the child is pulling the good nutrients, the toxin's off on the other?
I didn't know anything about that. That's new to me.
That.
I just figured that we supposed to switch. Okay, listen. Prior, like with Miss K for one, and Miss Hudson, she gave birth to twins.
Yep.
So both of them could balance out the breast, but because we are giving birth to singles, we have to switch the breast to the other side, the baby to the other side of the breast to balance it out.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes of feeding on the left and 10 minutes of feeding on the right. Same way if we worked out. If we worked out on our right arm and we did 15 reps on it, we need to do the same on the left.
Okay. So I didn't know. I thought maybe it was just also something to do with the suckling and one side, even if it did milk, that was discharging of some things that the body was getting rid of. I didn't know. I don't know how true that is.
No, man, because prior to Mr. Whitey, every woman was giving birth, you know what I'm saying, to twins, right?
Gotcha.
So both of them, that's the purpose of having two titties with milk coming about for both of them. Same way a cat will, if a cat litter produces 6 kittens, she'll have 6 kittens for each of them. Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, so
So listen, that's not my demeanor. I'm gonna go back to economics of history. I did like science, but I didn't do good in biology. Chemistry a little bit.
Can we figure back out this young onset dementia while you bring it in to play?
Okay, so I brought that in to what our brother just said, right? So onset dementia that they don't really want to talk about, it does have to do with clotting. How else does it start? Somewhere along the line, and I forget what, there's 3 of them. I know one of the neurons, that's one of the ends, but there's some other ons or whatever that's in the brain, right? So those no longer fire off. So your brain, left brain, right brain, fire off for the vertebrae to push the muscles and shit, right? I'm just using a little bit of biology, right? So that's why I squeeze my left hand, that's right brain, squeeze my right hand, that's left brain, right? Push down, whatever. So that's the response of the electrodes kicking off at the signal off the vertebrae, tell the muscle what to do, right? I'm just using a little common sense. Jet engine. Okay, so if that motherfucker no longer fires off the way they need to fire off, what the fuck's going on? What happened? What happened that young people now are just losing their cognizance that they can't fire off?
Like pistons.
Come on now. That don't make sense. Now, the old motherfucker might lose because he, like you said, overspent his shit and drug and everything. But under 65? Dementia? 30-year-old?
Even in their 30s, yeah.
That shit don't make no sense.
Potassium, man. Like, potassium.
But what did Newbie say?
What did he say?
Anti-clotting.
Potassium is anti-clotting?
No. It causes clotting. Vitamin K causes clotting.
Too much of it, though, right?
Right.
But think about it. We don't know. We're still trying to get a receipt to what. Oh, here we go. We're still trying to get a receipt to what's in the Code 45 remedy.
Okay.
They ain't telling us.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I see what you're saying. So all of a sudden,
if we knew what was in the remedy,
talking about this. All of a sudden, no one is talking about this, right? And then, boom, younger onset dementia could possibly be due to everybody getting
and that's what Biden said. Come on, y'all, everybody got to do this. We're going to have people who going to have dementia. He said that. I can't find that tape anywhere anymore. He's always, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it nowhere. That's why they say you talk too much, motherfucker. Shut up. That's why they didn't want to be the president. He talks too fast. He talks too quick. Come on, we got to do this. We got to do this. Y'all don't know what's coming. We got people who have dementia. We're going to be taking care of people with dementia. He said that shit. Can't find that piece nowhere.
Could it also be due to the towers, to the 5G?
I'm being I'm talking too much. God damn, they're going to kill me. Anyway, being prior military service, that was my motherfucking job. I kind of understand it a little bit.
If you start losing bites of memory in that brain that can carry, your brain can carry over,
come on, man.
over 90 billion fucking memory space. You start losing that shit. Whatever has already been filled up that you done totally forgot.
Okay,
if you add the graphene oxide that actually goes to the brain and all that
I don't know what that is.
You'll figure it out. To set your ass up for a whole type of interface to come in and then start to implant information in that head of yours.
Dan, I don't want your show to get banned.
Man,
this shit, we don't know. We don't know what it is. So we ain't speculating.
Man, look, I'm not speculating. Look, check it. Listen, with the graphene oxide, right?
What's
drinking
that?
at the bar all the fucking time. That shit, it got the graphene oxide in that bitch, right?
Drinking at the bar.
And going straight to the brain, setting up a whole nother network, like an internet network. Right? Setting these motherfuckers up for the goddamn, for the cloud, right? So the memory of who you are and everything about you starts to disappear from your daily activities and everything else because they have to implant something else in place of it, or not implant, install other things in it, which is probably why the onset is happening to the young motherfuckers based on drinking at the bar.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's already right. Now, this shit, this no difference than mass hypnosis, C.I.A., MK Ultra. They found another way to clean this shit up, to clean it up so smooth by way of this chip.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go old school to stay where you at, okay? So what I learned when I was older, as I'm older, not when I was older, as I'm older, just woke up. as I was with the younger old heads. Stop laughing at your old brother. Stop listening to your. All right, there we go. I'm coming back because I don't need an onset dementia. Here we go. I'm close to that age already. Anyway, I don't need dementia. So as I was listening to the old heads, to when I remember something like this of effect, it was called the golden radio age, but also the beginning of radio frequency.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, there was another big ass motherfucking sickness called the Spanish flu.
Mm-hmm.
Same time, put it all together.
But so you saying when they drop
there's an
radio
instrument,
waves into the air?
I'm saying there's an instrument that just don't make the body act right. That's all I want to say. And the frequency of that instrument does crazy shit to some people. That's why sometimes we have to check our diet and be grounded and have good motherfucking hygiene and don't be obese and shit, because we don't know how this shit really works. I said all that without them motherfuckers saying, what the fuck is he talking about?
Well, we do know how that shit work, man. This shit here if you study the brain, which is become a psychologist and a psychiatrist and shit. If you study the brain, a neurologist, look, that shit there is nothing but a fucking computer.
I got you, Don. I don't want to be intelligent on your show. We don't need them banning the show. You are the closest thing, as they said, we saw this shit, autoimmune deficiency, all this shit 2 years ago. You think all of a sudden now I want you dismissed? Nigga, I love WGAG Radio. You're the only motherfucker. Listen. You're the only one keeping me in mind to be a goddamn scientist. Q. Facts matter. Thank you.
I'm saying,
right?
dementia.
I'm getting ready to go. Ma.
Everything that's fucking happening, man,
Die.
is still part of that goddamn, look, it's the cleanest motherfucking getaway ever. These motherfuckers is still doing this shit, mass mind control. So I don't know why they calling it mass mind control, but we know it's the brain. We know it's the brain. Listen, these motherfuckers literally is saying brainwashing. We have to brainwash these motherfuckers.
I'm saying
that means go into their mainframe, which is their brain, and start to delete reality on these motherfuckers.
Boss, I'm saying in good homage, thank you. I'm grateful that you have a show to show this type of thing. I'm not trying to be smart because it pains me to be smart. I'm just glad to be a part of this family. You make a nigga do research, and I'm grateful to learn how to be a real scientist from WGAG Nicoleone. Thank you. Now I'm about to get the fuck off the air and listen to the show. Gotta go, mama. I love you.
So now can I finish goddamn talking about my graphene oxide and all that shit?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and listen. And then I'm gone. Go ahead, ma.
Man, onset dementia. Youth, onset dementia. Young, onset dementia. They coming for everybody.
Everybody, boss.
Just go back to Parsa. That's what he was saying in the damn court case.
Yes, ma'am. You brought that shit forward too.
AI is getting in the fucking brain. So yeah, they deleting files.
Technocrat.
The file is real. You're gonna be uploaded in that motherfucker. They gonna alter your goddamn reality.
Kill the God gene.
And you're not, and it's the same shit how they made up that damn lie about the Mandela effect to make it seem like persons who remembers what really happened, that's not what really happened. Trying to make a motherfucker who memory right and exact and make them seem like, nah, it's just a Mandela effect. You got it all fucked up. No, everybody else brain or memory has been deleted. There is no fucking way you will never forget that this motherfucker died in the 80s. There's no fucking way. But somebody that's born in the year 2000 will believe that this motherfucker died in 2013. But if you were there, you would know. If you were there prior to 2013 in the 80s, then you would know that motherfucker died there. But they trying to make it seem like the person that believes that Mandela died in the 80s, they got fragments. It's not true. They're the ones that's crazy. That's bullshit.
When you
that's
put
bullshit.
me on,
so they deleting all that shit from every fucking body because they are recreating they fucking just, they're liars. Everything is on repeat, just like that fucking Haiti bullshit last year. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've seen these photos already. These are old fucking photos. But it may not be old to a motherfucker that never paid attention to it 10 fucking years ago.
I agree, boss. Let's go right there.
It's new to these motherfuckers.
When you put me on the crisis actors and how you can't hold crisis actors responsible because they're working in occupation as an actor because of the guild or whatever that shit is, when you put me onto that, I said, okay, this shit is all a hoax. I like what the fuck I know, and I'm going to stay where I'm at. Motherfuckers think I'm crazy. It's all good. I'm grateful when I come around motherfuckers that say, go do it like this. And that was you. Thank you. You got your
I don't believe a goddamn thing. I don't believe
that's
shit.
What I'm getting at. You taught us that. Thank you.
I question every goddamn thing.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
Okay, well then good. Because back to this goddamn Ukraine and Russia shit, right? And I said, Fernanda, you ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. She said, what? You gonna say it's fake? I said, yeah. And then she said, well, everybody is saying that. But eventually they're gonna be like, that shit real. I said, because those that don't believe it now will be convinced so much that they have no choice but to believe that it's real.
Only from the
Same way, if you study the whole shit, like let's say this pandemic, motherfuckers was like bullshit. But the more they kept tuning in to these motherfuckers and believing their fake ass celebrities, they started to believe that shit was real. And eventually, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Don.
So I mean, all I got to do is it is mass hypnosis. We are studying this shit now. You know what I'm saying? They said that they can make a motherfucker believe some shit over and over again until they believe it. And then next thing you know, they're a fucking communist.
Don, listen, that word Don also means domain. Anyway, I'm saying this, okay? You the boss. We're not going to hoist you in the air. We don't need these motherfuckers trying to knock you off.
Ain't nobody gonna knock me off.
No matter what it is, cyber attack, whatever. I'm just saying, you good people. I like the way you do it. You do it in such a way as even as you handle that motherfucker last night. You do it in such a way where it's strategic that those who have ears, let them hear. All right? I'm just saying, I need to get out the way because I'm letting you know you on the mark. I don't know how you do it, but you do it. I'm going to put you there. You up there with the master teachers,
look,
man.
I ain't never believe these fuck-ass motherfuckers. I know they are devils and liars. I do not trust no form of government, no form of religion, no form of economics. I don't trust none of these motherfuckers.
Then you private.
You are not going to get me to believe this bullshit.
That's because belief is intensely agree. Agree to what is what you're saying. That's what belief means.
Well, interesting enough that,
you
know, well, listen. Belief is because you don't know.
That's what I'm getting at. You only agree to some shit you don't know.
Because you don't fucking know. And if you don't know then somebody got power over your ass because you believe it.
That's my point. We learned that shit from you. Thank you. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm clicking. Night. Bye.
I'm just only expressing that the fact that my baby is losing her goddamn mind. And she think that people gonna eventually believe it because it's gonna be real. I said they're gonna make it realer and realer and realer. That's how I mean, like She-Dot just said, you tell a lie long enough, it gets accepted as truth. Period. That's all. So a lot of other people gonna start believing this bullshit. She said it is some people that don't believe that Ukraine and Russia shit, but eventually they will. I said, yeah, if they keep tuning into that bullshit, it is. It's another form of mind control. You have no facts. You ain't been there, and the little shit that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? These people are just, it's kind of like showing a dirty stain on your driveway. They walking outside and showing like, oh, look at this parts of an airplane. Nigga, you in a war zone, supposedly. Airplanes falling out the sky. They done shot down shit in fucking Ukraine, and you come out your house saying, look at this shit. Come on now. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not impressed. I want to see people running all over this motherfucker. But that don't mean I still goddamn, believe it. I told y'all they're trying to pull off this We Are One initiative. If you hear it in the body of that bootleg letter that Biden wrote, it's the We Are One initiative. It's coming. Then I tell you there'll be a president, well, I put it on Facebook, a president supposedly gonna die but ain't dead, to pull off this We Are One. This is how this shit all starts with Ukraine and Russia. I gave y'all the heads up on that shit. This is how it's gonna start. Your nigga is talking about United Nations and all them motherfuckers, and we got to all come together. This is because no one has respect for the current world government. It all starting right now. Starting with this fake-ass Ukraine bullshit. Tell you, we are one. And you know what, Newbie, when I mentioned that we are one to Sananda, she said, yeah, that's what has to happen because we all got to come together. You see this shit?
Oh, boy.
You see this shit?
And she has you.
You
should be the source.
Well, I don't know. I just know shit. I just know they move before they make it. I'm a good chess player. You think you're playing with your adversity, your adversary. You got to think of every move they're gonna make on that board. If you make a move, so I ain't making no move. I'm just studying them motherfuckers. That's their next move. Here we are with Ukraine and Russia. We all do need to come together. They need to bring I ain't gonna need lie. I think I made up the We Are One because I heard it in my head. They came to me and was like, "Now go put it on Facebook." You know what I'm saying? That they're playing. The U.S. president is gonna be dead, but not dead, just to pull off their We Are One initiative. And come to find out what happened. Xander comes on the show when I mentioned it. He said he been seeing that sign where he at. A little sign and little signboards saying we are one. They getting it ready. They setting the stage. And I'm saying don't fall for it. But Sananda believes that. See, I don't know what happened, what got these people to believe that we all should come together. That's a lie. That's to gather us up and kill us all at one goddamn time. To bow back down to the beast. You know what I'm saying? That's a trick. That's a scam. You know what I'm saying? People have broken up with their world government. People have left churches. They're done with that shit. That's been going on for the past 15 goddamn years. They're done with religion. They're done with all this shit. They're done with the current government. And because of the pandemic, that really got them involved to be done. Lose all respect for world government. Come on now. What happens next? You leaving me, newbie. I have to find a way to get you back. So I have to at least be the damsel in distress now. Yes or no?
Boom.
I have to have y'all pity us, and we got to come together now. Have to play on your emotions. It is a war, but it's one that's staged. And it's going to be many to get as many motherfuckers to believe this shit. So everybody can come back to their government and go back to trusting and respecting it again. That's world government. I remember when they first instituted the chips. Do you remember, Newbie?
Yes,
When I heard
did,
about the chips, the tracking device, the chips, I heard about it at 12 years old. I think by the time I was 16, 17, or 18, right, they said dogs. Keep a track on your pets, right? People got their pets chipped up, right? Later it was, as a matter of fact, by this time I got children, 4 of them, Build-A-Bear. Went to Build-A-Bear. We all got us a Build-A-Bear. And right at the counter, the lady says, would you like to put a chip in it? I said, what? A chip in a fucking stuffed animal? Just in case it gets lost, you'll be able to track it. I said, Lord, have mercy. And, of course, it's coming to the children. And, of course, boom, you're trying to figure out, like, how are they going to institute this mark in everybody? And you know what I'm saying? And everybody. Because remember, the key word is basically forced. You're going to be forced. If you read Revelations again, it says, you know what I'm saying, he that doesn't going to die, right? So that means you're being forced. Yes or no?
Can't do anything.
Yeah,
anything.
You're being forced.
Commerce,
absolutely.
nothing.
Can't do nothing. They said can't eat. Can't buy or sell without it. And those that don't get it going to die. So it's forced. That's the only way you can get the whole world involved in this shit. It's not off of fear, it's being forced. So, one world, we are one initiative. We are one. You know? This shit here.
Scary as shit, Don. Scary.
Watch. Y'all will see. Somebody major is going to appear to be dead, but not dead. And this to bring out the rest of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody major. They're going to lie to the world again. Remember, we got the power to deceive the world. The world is you. The world is even the dumbest, smartest Caucasian motherfucker, as well as a Negro, as well as a Jew, as well as a goddamn Indian, as well as a Latino. Whatever the fuck you are, as long as you're a fucking human, that's the mission, to deceive your ass. Will deceive the world. That's it. And get that mark. The alien invasion coming. The fake one. All that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the world is about to fight each other, world leaders is about to fight each other. Can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? You got Putin telling United States, you better stay the fuck back from this shit, right? He going to other countries, you know, to join forces to set up sanctions, I reckon, on Russia, right? Which they're going to lose. America will lose. You know that, right?
Guaranteed.
Right. America will lose. Because it's not written that they will win. They will fall, is what is written. right? It will fall. It's not. It's going to win. It's going to fucking lose. So, all right, come on,
Don, I'm calling in on the other line, all right?
Okay, yeah, call in. The show about to go into overtime. Anybody need to hang up and reset their phone and call back in? Do it now. You got a few minutes before we go into overtime. And the call-in number for anybody want to come on in. Oh, 516. Sorry, I didn't see your number. That's you, newbie.
It's me, Don.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is a New York number. Yeah, the call-in number is 425-569-5274. Just to reset your phone. Let's get into a little bit of this goddamn mass hypnosis, MK Ultra, which I say is still happening today. Still happening. I'm telling you, man. And deleting that shit. They got the power to delete what you know. Take it from you.
Under the guise of young onset dementia.
Yep. And I looked at some of this, I looked at it, right? And it makes no sense. It says memory loss that interferes with daily life, confusion, difficulty performing familiar tasks, repetitive behavior, withdrawing from friends and family. Really? Losing the ability to think clearly or make judgments, language problems, changes to behavior. That sounds natural to me if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's natural.
You have a point.
I mean, to me, that's some natural ass shit. I play this game, right? And from time to time, I'll get off the level. You got me? And say to myself, damn, what level? What level I was just on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what level? First of all, I play the game. I've been playing the same game forever, okay? So I know where each level is and all that type of shit, okay? I like how a motherfucker know his way around the house. So I've been playing this game over and over and over again, okay? However, I finish the level and I say, damn, what was that level I was just on? To try to remember some of the stuff in it. But I've never remembered anything. It's just something natural that I'm able to get off the level regardless and know exactly what to do because it's repetitive. But I just can't remember the level right after I got off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what all I had to do. But once I get on the level, I just know exactly what to do. You get it?
Cool.
So I know for a fact because it's not worth remembering, even though it just happened 2 seconds ago. It's not worth remembering. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck does it matter?
What
the fuck?
It does matter.
It ain't gonna save my goddamn life. Like, what the fuck?
It matters, though. It really does, though.
No, the fuck it don't.
It does because you have a reference point.
No, I just finished. I just did it. All right, let's say I went to go get some ice and be like,
90 seconds.
What level was that I just got off of? You know, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Is it important though? See, this is very important, this question. Is it important? Is it something that I really need to fucking know? The answer is fuck no.
Not along the lines of knowing, but having a reference point.
60
you
seconds.
might have a problem with short-term memory, possibly.
Nigga, I do this shit every day. I play the fucking level every goddamn day. You get it? I play the level every goddamn day. But now, you know what I'm saying, it's like I hear a word, like I hear a voice say, what was the last level you just went off of? You just came off of? What was the last goddamn? I'm like, man, fuck, I don't even remember. But I write it off as this, newbie. Who gives a fuck? She-Dog, meet the background of the after party, one or the other.
10 seconds.
Like, who gives a fuck whether I remember that bullshit or not? What the fuck I just did 2 seconds ago on a fucking game? The fuck? You know what I'm saying?
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, like, why do I have to, remember that level? When I'm on the level, I know exactly what to do. I've been playing it a million fucking times now. I can pull up how many times I played the goddamn level. It counts every time I play the goddamn level. So why do I have to remember the fucking level? I'm about to go to another level. You get it? Then I'm about to play another million fucking times. So I'm saying that I don't think that it's short-term memory. I think that the brain, listen, the brain is a computer, right? Right? The
Absolutely.
brain is a computer. The only difference from this external computer that everyone has, that it tracks your history, right? What you just did.
So basically the information's in there, not whether you can recall it or not.
It's not meaningful.
Correct.
Yeah, because actually I'm doing it unconscious. I'm only playing the level unconscious. Not unconscious. I'm playing the level involuntary. Because it's something I know how to do it with my eyes closed. You get it? So it's kind of like involuntary. You understand? Because it's repetitive, right? And we have involuntary and voluntary forces. If it was my first time, I would be using voluntary forces. You got it? I'm volunteering to use all of me to figure out this first level for the first time and everything in it. You understand? Once I get it in the groove, then I don't have to remember it. It'll be voluntary. It's involuntary forces. You understand? It becomes automatic. Absolutely. Thank you. It becomes automatic. You get it? So it's not an imprint. That's what I'm saying. Everything is not an imprint. Just because you're doing something don't mean it's imprinted. You understand?
I understand what you're saying, but I think everything we do is imprinted.
Okay.
I mean, of course it goes to your conscious or your subconscious.
No, okay. It's not imprinted unless it's repetitious, when it's voluntary forces at play. You understand? That's when it's imprinted. Same way muscle memory. You got it? If you're not using your muscle, then there's no memory. But if you were using your muscles for, let's say, from the age of 8 all the way to every day, all the way to 18, right? And then you stop and you start using your muscle at 45. That muscle memory will kick in, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right? Because it has created a groove from 8 to, for 10 years straight, you've been using the body. So even the muscle has memory, even though you stopped, right? You got it? And you pick back up, what? 18 years later. Kind of, sort of. Is that 18 years? No, it's not. You get what the fuck I'm saying. So the muscle even never forgets, even though you haven't used it. Right? So now you have to volunteer to use something that you haven't used in so long, but the memory is still there of the muscle. If we're talking about grooves, hypnotic rhythm, like grooves on a record, okay? When you start something and you keep going, doing the same thing over and over again, it is now, and naturally it becomes, first it starts off as voluntary forces. When you do it for a certain amount of time or years, it's now involuntary. It's now involuntary forces. You got it? So you can do it you can do it subconsciously now. You know what I'm saying? Not consciously. Because it's in the sub now. It's down below. You do it subconsciously, like driving. Thank you, Sweet Oshun. You don't have to volunteer. You don't have to use voluntary forces for driving if you've been driving for so long. So you don't have to use that. So it's in the subconscious now that it happens, involuntary forces take place. Got it? So what I'm saying, back to, because I done played this game for the past 5 fucking years every fucking day, and I only play it so I can stay on the treadmill. So my mission is not to play the game. My mission is to get to 10 miles a day. You understand? You understand? So what is my body really doing? What is the brain really doing? The brain is focusing on not falling off the fucking treadmill while I'm fucking playing this goddamn game that I know by heart. You get it? So the brain does not give a fuck about me playing this game the same level over and over again, and I'm supposed to remember what level I got off. The brain is focused on the fact that I am still voluntary. I'm volunteering to make sure I use the whole body to walk on the treadmill till I get to 10 miles every day. So that's what it's naturally recording. That's what the functions is all about. What I'm doing on this game is subconsciously because I know it by heart. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to add that part to it, newbie. Is that I'm walking at 3 to 3.6 to almost 4 miles per hour so I can hurry up and finish, while at the same time, you know, I'm looking at the screen using the mouse and getting off a fucking level that I done got off a million times. So what is really happening here? So is it really important for me to know what level I got off of? Is that short-term memory loss, or is that the fact that none of my bodily functions or my brain is keeping track of it, because it is the main function is to keep track of how many steps I did, how many miles I did, and what's the time on that bitch. And I'll tell you why. Because if in fact that string comes off of that treadmill, my mind will let me know where it stopped at. That's where my memory is focused on. It's not focused on the goddamn level I just got off of. You get me? So if that cord pulls off, which it has before, and I was so pissed off because I didn't know where I was. You know what I'm saying? How many miles I did, how many steps I did, and the time. So now I'm only keeping track. Exactly. And I also write down everything I do on the treadmill. I'm not writing down what I do on the video game. You know what I'm saying? I record it all at the end of the night. You got me? But if that fucking string pulls off, my mission is now to use the memory of what time it was, how many steps I've got, and what mile I was on. I forgot to add all that. So we want to remember what is relevant, what is important, what is the imprint. That's memory. Remembering something that's minute, that's not it. You got me? You feel me? I'm going to tell you something else that I think they're doing too. To cause this onset, what they call dementia, or, loss of memory, okay, because we go back to what we had, a VCR or something, you know what I'm saying? Well, we could actually remember what time we stopped watching this movie and how to pick back up on it. Well, AI, you could shut everything the fuck down, and AI will let you know that you at 30 minutes and 42 seconds when you go back on to watch a film. Yes or no? On these smart devices, right, newbie? So so you're not inputting where you left off. It's doing it for you, which means you're not. And mind you, where's memory? It's in the brain. And of course they made this AI so that nobody would use all of their brain, not even in calculating numbers. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I love to do. I don't like fucking with calculators. I pull out a pencil and or do it counting with my fingers. You know what I'm saying? So I can keep using my brain. So if these kids at under 465, right? And we know we still children under 65. So if us under 65 ain't using all of our brain, then what the fuck you think's gonna happen? Loss of what? Same way if we not using our legs as much, what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose it, correct?
It's gonna atrophy.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. So come on now, if you're not using your memory function of the brain or your calculation function of the brain, if you're not using any parts of the brain, all that shit gonna go. Right? And another thing they say is don't talk about the past. The past is very important because that is stored somewhere. If I don't let the subconscious develop it again for me, guess what happens? I'm not going to remember what the fuck happened 10 years ago. You understand? I'm not going to remember what the fuck happened 20 years ago. You got me? All of that is important so that the brain can constantly still work for you and with you. So you have to go back, talk about maybe at 6 years old, you remember your first birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Or your first gift, or your first kiss. You have to, so you can still have that shit with you no matter how older you get. You still have to pull up the files. If not, they're going to delete itself. It's going to be hard to get it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to still remember what happened a week ago, 10 years ago. You have to still work that brain, same way you got to work that body. And you got to be able to now do more things, multiple things at one time. You see what I'm saying? To stop depending upon AI to do everything for you, because you start to lose more and more of your brain capacity, which they saying now humans' brain capacity has dropped. Using their brains have dropped to 2% now. It was 10% 8 years ago. Now you're at 2%. This because of everybody being dependent upon AI. You know what I'm saying? There was a time, listen, we lived in an age where the stove did not have a clock on it. Yes or no? So we naturally knew what time to take the fucking cornbread out that motherfucker. White people had a timer in their kitchen. We was the timer. Yes or no? If you study your moms and all of that, we were the timer. We knew exactly when to pull the turkey out the fucking oven, not set the time in the oven to pull the turkey out. This is the dependency of memory loss in the brain because you're not fucking using it. You're not using it. You got to use the whole goddamn body. You know what I'm talking about? You got to use that goddamn brain, motherfucker. Look, man, they can goddamn give you a new heart, but they say once that brain is gone, that's it. Yes or no? They got ways
Absolutely.
to give you new fucking legs and a fake ass arm and shit and a fake eye. All this goddamn shit. But once the brain is gone, that's it. Ain't nothing they can do. Once that shit fried, and we know, a lot of us know, we've had so many fucking computers that got fried. Wasn't nothing we could do. But a computer, external computer, ain't nothing like the motherfucking brain. The brain that we have, even though people are using more of the external computers, the handheld devices and every fucking thing, not even using their own sense of direction, which is another sense that's higher than your 5 lower sense, a sense of direction. Now they have NavAids or GPS doing it for you. So now people are losing sense of direction because they depended upon what? Google Maps, all this type of shit. So a lot of these, even the fucking kids today would never be able to have a sense of direction. Ain't that something? Like we had cars without navigation. And we just paid attention to what was outside of the window when we were traveling. So we can familiarize ourselves with the landmarks or turns or which, you know what I'm saying, which street to turn on. These kids got their head down on the fucking phone when you're driving. They wouldn't be able to know where the fuck they at because they missing it all because their head is down looking at their fucking phone. So this generation don't have a sense of direction. You hear me? They're not paying attention to even when they're walking.
Agreed.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I'll give you this. Last month or two, when Warrior flew in, my first time, Sanana's first time, Warrior first time, downtown Palm Beach, right? All our first time there. I'm the only one that knew where everything the fuck was, especially with a car. We had to park it in the parking deck. They saying I'm going the wrong way. Y'all wasn't paying attention to your surroundings. You was on your phone walking and shit. Boom, right there at the car. Got it? They have a device where you can find your fucking car. Ain't that a bitch? So now you're no longer using that part of the brain again, a sense of direction. Yes or no? So now they make it easier where, you know, you don't even got to know where you're going. Just let the AI tell you where your car at, where you parked your shit. We never had that, right? We had to use all of our fucking brain to pull this shit off. He said that the computers, he said this in the 80s, and they gave warning in the 50s, don't let your children, don't let fucking technology take over your goddamn lives. You're going to start losing brain functioning. Brain function. You're going to lose brain function, yes or no?
Yep.
That's what they were warning. You're going to use brain function. And what are we saying now? Loss of brain function. They don't want you talking about the past. So now we done forgot it. This is why they want to fucking change the whole critical race theory and shit. That critical race theory shit. You know what I'm saying? And make it completely anew in their way once again. You ain't going to have no memory of it. One, we don't want to hear nobody talk about what really happened over and over goddamn again, do we? But the more you talk about what really happened over and over again, at least you will still know because that brain, the conscious, the subconscious is developing it, giving it to you, it's working for you and with you. While it's not going to be working for nobody the fuck else but you. You're going to be the only one. Here's another one, right? Sananda said that she had to take a test 2 days ago, right? She said it fucked her up because it was a written test, newbie. She had to use a pencil and write. She said her hands hurt so bad. I said, because you never used it. You ain't held a fucking pencil or a goddamn pen since you was in goddamn elementary, middle school. And you know what she says to me? She says some shit like, it don't make no sense why we have to fucking write. Everything is on computer now. some shit like that, right? And I said to her, I will be God in the next 20 years. She said, what do you mean? I will be the only one that's able to motherfucking hold a pencil and write or draw. They're going to be looking at me as God, like something fucking special. Like they ain't never seen a creature that could do some shit like that.
Yeah, once technology is gone.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because we're going to look like we doing some, if everybody's doing the same thing, right, and you're doing the opposite, you're going to be God. That's going to look just like cursive. Yeah, because look, I didn't know, Sweet Oshun, great day, that they stopped teaching children cursive. So my dumb ass, thinking that every last one of my children, since they go to Mr. White Man school, right, can write in cursive. It was Warrior, which is the baby, right? You got a 2000 baby, right, newbie? That they didn't they stopped it with Warrior. Yep. And Warrior came to me one day and was like, Mama, teach me how to write like that. I said, write like what? Bitch, y'all supposed to know how to do that. She said, no, we don't know how to write in cursive. I said, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I said, girl, you need to learn that then. I got to teach your ass that, bitch. You'll be God amongst your dumb ass friends. You'll be God, bitch. You just bust out a goddamn piece of paper and start writing in cursive, girl. They're going to see your ass as God. They're going to be like, wow, what is this you can do? Like, this is a motherfucker. You see what they doing? They are literally dumbing, not just this generation, the 90s, because they're not in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, and the goddamn 50s and 40s. Anybody that's in this bitch now, you ain't using nothing. You dependent. You know what I'm saying? Using a calculator. You ain't long math. You ain't writing it out. You know what I'm saying? Everything I did by hand when I was running business. Everything. Fuck that. Calculation on a sheet of paper. I don't trust these motherfuckers. I want to keep using my body. They want you dumb. They want to be able to cut your legs off. Ain't that right, newbie? Give them a reason. Give them a reason. They would love to cut your legs off since your ass ain't using them. They would love to mind control you since you ain't using it. They would just give them a reason. I hate these motherfuckers. I ain't giving them no reason. You got to hate them. You know what I'm saying? You got to hate these bastards, man. Because they coming for you and your goddamn children. So you got to fucking hate them. You got to hate them. You got to make everybody motherfucking goddamn it use every part of their fucking body, especially the goddamn brain.
Now, and I was thinking about it, I was like, maybe we should go back to the Amish days and go consult them for a little bit, watch them for a little bit, because that's basically where it's going to end up going.
Well, when we didn't really need the Amish, well, they was, had us dependent by the time we showed the fuck up. But it was still work, though, wasn't it? There was a time where we would write the song down, stop the tape, write the song down, rewind it, push play, write it down to get the whole song. Now, the lyrics every fucking where. So now you don't even have good concentration and listening skills because everything is being done for you. That's the son of a bitch, right? Like my grandmother said, when you got a man to do everything for you, it makes you lazy. So we got this beast-ass bastard, this AI motherfucker that has made everybody fucking lazy. That's what it is. Made them lazy. And the scary thing about it is believing in the pictures that you take on this phone. Ain't it? You should be afraid to take pictures with your phone. You want to know why?
Oh, agreed, Don.
Because they can alter it.
Photoshop the crap out of it.
They can alter that motherfucker. They can alter the shit out that motherfucker. And you'll be the one with a memory saying, wait a minute, somebody else was in this picture. And the motherfucker next to you was like, no, they weren't. You look at the picture, ain't nobody in there but me, you, and such and such. No, motherfucker, there was somebody else in this bitch. Crazy making the motherfuckers who still have all their brain working. Gaslighting them motherfuckers. They trying to gaslight the motherfuckers who know, who has a damn good memory like a fucking elephant. That is scary. That's scary. You feel me?
The minute you said that, I thought of Red Notice.
What happened in Red Notice? And I watched it again 2 nights ago. One shit else to watch. What happened in Red Notice?
Yeah, they're just showing you basically what they can do with photos, and I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal.
Oh, yeah, take your face off your face and make a door open with your face. Right?
Absolutely.
They showing you, man, like, but let's keep using our brains and our minds and our bodies, man. That is so important. Get your ass up. Talk about the past so that you will remember it, your own personal past. It don't fucking matter. It's important so you won't forget. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to listen to old people and don't cut them off, because they traveling back in the past. You know what I'm saying? When they tell you about when they were 6 years old, they about 70-something years old, telling you this shit, it's important because they in their right mind. If they can go that far back, if they can hit their ears in 2022, 80-something years old, going back to when their mother was living, come on now. Let them talk. That's important. It should be important, right? No, because the first thing should come in your mind is like, God damn, they ain't got dementia. And there's something. Their brain's still working. Yeah, because if you ain't using it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still pieces it's still like a riddle that hasn't been solved. You know what I'm saying? In your past. That's why it's important to talk about it. It's still riddles. It's still the mind, the brain is still, you know what I'm saying, trying to solve a complex situation that may have happened 20 years ago. For your sake, so you can figure it out. Got to use this thing upstairs, man. This is what they after. You know what I'm saying? They after the fucking brain. What do you say? You get the mind, you got the body. They're saying the brain. They know how to trick the brain. Come on, they give you pills to trick it. Right? The brain stopped working. Everything stops working if you bring in an alien into your, you know what I'm saying, to your body, something foreign to do the work for you. Just like people say they bringing in the Senegalese, the new slaves, they bringing in the Mexicans to do the work. Now you ain't working. You know what I'm saying? It's supplements is what they call it, vitamins. I want my cells to work. That's important, right? The cell's function is to take whatever you swallow, right, and convert it into a vitamin. You hear me? But if your ass is swallowing what they call a supplement, a capsule, then the cells don't have to fucking do that shit. Yes or no? Yes or no? It doesn't have to convert nothing. So what the cells are doing now? right? If something else is taking over your sales jobs, then what is your sales doing? Nothing. Sitting there until they die off. If you don't have a purpose, you're going to die. So if your sales no longer serves its purpose, it starts to die out. Yes or no? Absolutely. Absolutely. It makes it lazy, like my grandmama say. That's why it's important to eat. And let the cells pull out the pull out the vitamins, and pull out the substance and convert it into a vitamin A, B, all the way to Z. That's his job. That's his function every time you swallow. That's what it's supposed to do. But they call it supplement. Well, guess what? AI is a supplement. All this AI technology bullshit is a supplement. GPS is a supplement for your goddamn sense of direction. So your senses, you're losing all your senses. Ain't that something? Your sense of direction. You losing your some of you already lost your sense of humor. And the majority of you motherfuckers don't have a common sense. You're losing all your senses. AI is taking the fuck over. Ain't this a bitch?
Taking or has already taken over?
They ain't finished. It's still taking over. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't finished. One of the first things they did was create malls to keep niggas out of the sun, because you want to go wherever the caveman go. Into a cave, a dark fucking mall with no sunlight, right? So niggas already been lacking vitamin D. Yep, yes or no? They stay indoors. Children are made to shut the fuck up and be quiet, and then you can go outside, as if sunshine is a how do you call it?
A punishment or reward? Reward?
It's a reward. Yeah, it's a reward. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? And now these motherfuckers don't even want to go outside. That's AI taking over, ain't it?
Yeah, because they can go to the metaverse, or they can have their virtual reality, Oculus, play video games all day.
Yeah. Ain't nothing set up, for outdoors. It's the caveman life. This man is running shit. You can have everything inside. It's caveman. And that's some shit. So yeah, it's taking over. It's taking over. That was one thing G said when he came to Florida. Everybody was outside doing something. You know what I'm saying? The question is, was it the children? The answer is no. You know what I'm saying?
It can't be done.
The answer is no. It was adult. It was probably white people and they fucking dogs. I tell you that much. The dog goddamn go outside and run and enjoy. They said they got dog parks. I have not seen a fucking park for kids yet. Kids are humans. They have to stay inside with a mask on. As long as they have their AI with them. Ain't that some shit? As long as they got all their little AI toys. They don't go outside, man. So guess what, newbie? Blood clots is coming in the children. Yes or no?
There you go.
Onset dementia gonna come on them motherfuckers too. All that shit about to happen. You know what I'm talking about? How do you have siblings and y'all are not running around this bitch together? Ain't that something? It make you think, don't it? You live in a neighborhood, newbie. How the fuck how you have brothers and sisters and y'all ain't outside running around?
You said it.
That's some strange ass shit. How you got brothers and sisters and y'all ain't jumping up and down on the fucking bed or some goddamn shit or running up and down stairs, no matter how loud y'all get? I don't understand that shit. These motherfuckers is stuck looking at a goddamn AI tell them dictate to everything in their brain, feeding their ass. I don't understand that shit. I do not get that. Great day, Twain Star. You know what I'm saying? Only time I see children when I go fly a plane early in the fucking morning. They on their way to school. That's it. I don't see them no other time. I don't see them. What the fuck are the fucking kids? They one step away from a heart attack and a blood clot. That's where the fuck they at. Telling you. And it's a damn shame niggas got they fucking kids living like a fucking cave, black-ass cave babies. Stuck in cave all day long, sitting and letting AI entertain their ass. And chat rooms and shit like that and gaming sites. That's a motherfucker. That was, man, I remember we would go downstairs and play the Atari. Get tired of playing that shit outside now. We playing basketball, baseball, all in the yards, riding bikes and shit. I don't even think these children got a bike. You seen any kid ride a bike? You seen a bunch of fucking kids. Yo, when I was in Georgia, this shit fucked me up. I saw 3 little boys. It was like they never existed. 3 little boys rode a bike to the Ritz-Carlton. I rode mine to the Ritz to get me something. And I sat there like, what the fuck? I had to interview the little niggas. I said, where the fuck y'all stay at? I ain't never seen a goddamn child. What the fuck y'all stay at? Nigga said around the corner, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It fucked me up, man. I had to find out. I'm like, oh, really? You damn, what the fuck? Where the fuck out? Yo, it's wild. It's wild. Wow. I'm like, what the hell? What are the babies? They in La La Land, y'all. They in La La Land, man. You talking about in the cave for damn near 7 days or 6 days, depending on how the warden feel like the parents, they get out maybe on a Saturday or Sunday and bring their ass back in and go right back to living inside of a goddamn mall, man. You know what a mall is, right? Everything inside that bitch but no sun, no fresh air, no nothing. I have not seen a bicycle for Christmas for these motherfuckers on Facebook. We got a bicycle every goddamn year. Didn't we? We had to get some wheels. These motherfuckers want more goddamn AI games. This some scary ass shit. So what happens without that? What happens without vitamin D? What happens without putting your body in motion for these kids' bodies? It doesn't matter whether your kids got the jab or not. It's deteriorating. The brain is deteriorating. You know what I'm saying? The brain is deteriorating. The body is deteriorating because it's not in motion. Ain't that a motherfucker? It's not in motion. You know the 2 types of motherfuckers whose body's in motion? And this is the truth. Older white people. Older white people, man, they outside all goddamn day long, man. This shit wild. You hear me? They out there with fucking skates on. These kids ain't even got skates, man. They out there with fucking skates on, riding fucking bikes, out there playing fucking golf, playing fucking tennis. You know what I'm saying? They out there goddamn like, and I have not seen a phone in their fucking hands. This shit is incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Older motherfuckers, man. Older people like our age, newbie. We spend more time exercising the body than these fucking kids. Like, they don't even want to go outside. Goddamn heaven inside the cave. Look, man, let me tell you. We played sports. Did we not, newbie? I know I did as a child. My brothers did. So no matter what, if we was in baseball, softball, basketball, football, or me at cheerleading, or me whatever, nigga, we still couldn't wait to go outside. And outside didn't mean when we were outside on the field playing. Outside mean back home and then go back outside. From going outside at the goddamn rec park to really want to be outside in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, we couldn't wait for goddamn practice was over so we can really go outside even though practice was outside. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this shit? We went to a fair and still couldn't wait to go outside once we got home. You understand? Something is missing with this shit. AI, shouted, is what we did not have. AI is what we did not have. You understand? That's the difference. That's the goddamn difference. We didn't have AI. We are outside, Miss Hudson. Let's say we outside at a rec. Let's say, goddamn, we playing softball or some shit. The boys, goddamn, got football practice. They still couldn't wait to go outside once they get home. That's a motherfucker. Something is wrong, baby. Y'all doing it wrong. I don't give a fuck. You doing it wrong. You doing it wrong. You doing it wrong. We supposed to stink. You hear me? Before we come in the damn house. These kids don't even stink no more. They don't even stink. Did you know that shit? Y'all don't even stink. Y'all, why the fuck y'all ain't stinking? They don't even stink. They don't smell like outside. There's no such thing as them smelling like outside. They don't stink. We got a problem here, y'all. Okay, ultra man. Mind control. They got the parents, and the parents, if I get these parents, I got them fucking kids. Yes or no? Twain said shit, her baby smell like outside. No shit, they stay out there. Yeah. Yeah. They don't even smell no more because they sitting there goddamn smelling like they fresh out the fucking shower for 8 hours. Just sitting there. Ain't too much you can do, huh? Yo. I stink every day. We were like that too, weren't we? We ended up we actually never stank. But now we outside more than the fucking kids. Like, we doing all this type of shit. We back stinking again. You know what I'm saying? My daughter said, "Oh, mama, you smell like outside." No shit, bitch. The fuck? That's where I be. You'll find me outside this motherfucker. Twain said, Miss Hudson said her mama tell her she crazy for bringing the baby outside. See? That's some wild ass shit, Shawty. Your mama done got, see, memory. Gone. Gone. They done fucking MK Ultra'd your mama, man. She don't even remember shit. This is a motherfucker. The MK Ultra your mama. You know what I'm saying? My mama was big on that shit. My mama like, God damn it, them babies been outside. But get the babies outside. The baby don't need to be stuck up in no goddamn house all day. That's how my mom was. She ain't play that shit. I wanted them inside the house because I felt I was so busy. Just got this device called a computer and shit, man. It was the best thing on the fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? Even though I had children, but I stayed on that computer like a motherfucker. She was like, them babies need to be outside, motherfucker. Yeah, she was big on that shit. But I was the first one with the AI machine. Very important. How important is it? Very important. Goddamn, I'm about to master this. Windows, Microsoft Word, publishers, all types of shit, man. What you talking about, man? Them kids ain't going outside, man. Let me master this shit. But it's important. You know what I'm saying? It's important, which is another reason why I wanted a house for my children, so then they can go outside, you know. But in an apartment, man, hell nah. But a home, you know what I'm saying, on a private little lot, ain't but two people in the goddamn fucking street. You in the other house, perfect. Go out there and run around. Perfect, fine, perfect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, perfect, fine. You know what I'm saying? That shit is important. How important is it? Especially when you don't trust nobody. When you don't trust nobody, man, you don't trust your own people, you don't trust your neighbors that's black, you don't trust no goddamn body around this motherfucker that stay in the house with me. Till I get tired of figuring out this damn idiot box called a goddamn computer and shit, we're going to go out there. But, yeah, newbie, that's what did it. That's what did it. Make you wonder, right? You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you how fucked up this shit is. Me and Tierra, right? My oldest daughter. I'm working out, and she FaceTimed me, so I answer. I'm still working out. Then we bring Sonanda in, but I'm still working out, talking, resting a little bit. Tierra starts to do it. Tierra did about 3 commandos and went right on her fucking Instagram. See the shit? This bitch went right on her, like, God damn, are you fucking serious, bitch? You done
What she do? She went to go report it?
No. She just went back on the fucking AI machine. Let's say, fuck it, 3 commandos, I'm going to make it up. Fuck it, 3 push-ups so y'all can see it. Bitch did 3 push-ups and stopped. And went straight on the motherfucking goddamn phone, man. Shawty went to her goddamn phone, man. This bitch scrolling on the door, man, straight up with her thumb, goddamn, just a moving. It's a motherfucker. It is a different type of beast. You hear me? That machine is a different type of beast. Like it's attached to them. You know what I'm saying? Just like the search engine.
It has their attention. That's why I'm like,
was
how do
never
you have
attached to the
attention
search
disorder?
engine. Huh?
I said, that's why I don't understand. How do you have attention deficit disorder, but you can sit on and watch a TV screen or a computer screen for 8 hours straight?
I like attention deficit disorder. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
It's like a pro and a con, right? Like, you know, I'm really not like, you know, like, I am not finna stay at this shit for too long. I'm about to get my ass up. They haven't created, really, I'm for real, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go piss, but they haven't created these these motherfuckers, since these parents want to prove that they everything to their fucking kids by dropping off all these type of devices on their ass, right? The problem is that they haven't instituted staying active. You understand? For these babies to stay active. You get me? Instead of being addicted to this shit in the cave, you know what I'm saying? They haven't kept them active, bodily and brain-wise active is what I'm saying.
So the closest they ever came to that was the weed,
The weed? No. I'm not. I'm saying, if I put a television in your room, right? If you're a child, I gave you the TV, right? But you and I would still incorporate, turn that shit off, get up, take your ass outside or somewhere. Yes or no? Right. I have a TV in my room, but I get at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, but I've never fucking watched that shit. I was still outside. You know what I'm saying? I was still outside. I was still active. And no, I'm not talking about no fucking school. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mom still kept us active, whether there was a TV in the fucking room. It was, matter of fact, it was TV in everybody's room by that time. I'm 6, 7 years old, so I still had shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I've never, ever, I just thought that the TV was so cute because it matched my goddamn furniture and shit, but I never turned it on because I was so busy as a child. We had a full game room downstairs in the basement, but we really never use it because all of our business exists outside the house. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like we was ever addicted to a goddamn thing. We was more addicted to outside and staying active than anything. You hear me? Not the electronics and all that shit. You got me?
Absolutely. There's hopscotch. There's all types of things you used to do outside.
We had a Casio machine, a drum machine, and all of that. But we didn't get addicted to it because we still had more shit to do outside. Get it? We still had a lot of shit to do, more outside. Rainy days, yes, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, sunny days, come on now, we got shit to do today. The fuck is this? We stay active. So we never was addicted to any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You get me? That's what I'm trying to say. There was no addiction to television, to any of the electronics that we had. We was addicted to moving the body, being outside, riding a bike. Can't wait to ride. Can't wait to play kickball. Can't wait to play tag. Can't wait to play hide and seek. Can't wait to play fucking, hopscotch and all that fucking shit. Just can't wait to run. You know what I'm saying? Just run. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had to use our fingers till eventually our teacher told us stop using our fingers and add it in our brains. Remember that? Remember that? Our teacher said stop counting on your fingers. By the time we probably got to a little upper grade, by 3rd or 4th, it was time to do it in our heads. Use that brain. Never had a calculator. Not even for algebra. When my children ended up hitting these algebras and shit like that, you know, and some other type of shit, they had to buy this complex calculator. Well, what the fuck was Einstein using? Right? What the fuck was Einstein using? Newbie? Yeah, the Texas Instrument. I'm like, what the fuck it is? We've never had an instrument. We had to use our brain on everything. We had to write that shit out. Longhand, everything. The fuck it is. So, your man is right. Your children are dumb as fuck. They done dumb down everybody. Everybody done got dumb and got dependent upon this motherfucker, except for a few of us. Ain't that a blessing? You feel me? All right. Y'all remember we used to have to draw our presentations out? We had to get when the last time a child got a huge ass whiteboard, what that shit called? Poster board, and drew out their project. This shit done on a fucking computer. Are you fucking kidding me? We had to get 2, 3, 4 white, and some of us had to get them tri-boards, yes or no, and build the tri-board out. These kids, yo, if you keep letting these motherfuckers dictate, children gonna be dumb as fuck, and I don't give a fuck how many goddamn times you can deceive yourself and say your children are smart. Your children are not smart. Give them a tri-board. Last time I actually seen that happen, Adania had to draw out the whole, what's that shit called? Periodic chart. Periodic chart. He had to hand draw it. And he was like, Ma, I need to draw it on something long and huge and wide. I snatched down the shower curtain. And that's what he drew it on. Still got it to this day. This is the last of that generation, the 90s babies. You know what I'm saying? He literally had to draw that shit on the shower curtain to pull that shit off. Yes. Yeah. That's that real shit, ain't it, Miss Hudson? That's real. We had to invent, too, something that has never been invented before. I have not seen that shit happen yet in homeschool or any of these kids that's in school. I haven't even seen them try to create something that's never been created. They're not even asking them to because they know they don't have a brain. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. This AI is doing it for them. It's dangerous, y'all. Now, back to us. Fuck them goddamn kids. Somebody got to outlive these dumbass fucking kids, okay? That's my mission. Like I told Sananda, I'm going to be God to your generation, to your generation. When they see me hold a fucking pencil and draw, when they see me take a rope and start jumping around that motherfucking shit, they're going to be like, God damn, you could do that? When they see me, like, they don't think I'm going to look like God to these fucking kids. To the children, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is hoovering and calling it a skateboard. Lazy. They will never know how to fucking drive because the car gonna drive itself. They will never know how to think because the computer thinks for them. Okay? They will never know how to procreate because they are incubating fake babies now for these bastards. Designer babies. They will never know how to do none of this shit. They're going to be dependent. We Are One initiative. Okay? The androids will be their gods. And they will be the androids' people. Think about it. It's coming. It's coming. The AI is the God, which is another reason why they decided to cancel American Gods, because no need to do another one. The AI is the God. Technology is the God. And ye shall serve it. All right, I'm up out of here, man. That's MK Ultra Declassified for the day. Man of the Hour is up next. Y'all have an awarding day. Thank you, Newbie. G, good to hear your voice. Peace, y'all.